Hello, Olympus Qualifier 2. You're back. Foolifetti, foolish, commentator supreme, master of utter yapping. Back at the micro today, and I know that it says here on the stream, it's just foolish today. It's 100% pure foolish. Now that is a fib. I will admit that. When I woke up today and I slammed that graphic together, I did not know we would be joined by the wonderful top 10 greatest of all time player, Galaxy.
Hi. Nice to be here.
Keep saying words. I want to check if the audio is good.
How's everybody doing today?
I already
know
knew the audio
that
was good. I just tuned to
people like from the straw poll want to see Mello versus Vine, right?
Yes,
Interesting
absolutely.
cowboy matchup.
Beautiful.
I'm actually
cowboy.
more interested. Yeah, I'm actually more interested in the Pleb versus Giga matchup, right? Because Pleb is probably going to go Wizard or Robot, right? But the Robot mirror has traditionally been known to be awful, and so is the
And
cowboy
terrible
mirror.
and awful.
So this
And
is,
if you
yeah.
make us cast that, we will find where you live. There's actually a wonderful plugin for Twitch where you can just slam that bad boy open, and you can just immediately just see everyone's IP addresses. We will find where you live if you make us watch Robo v Robo. We know it.
But
Also-
unfortunately,
Also,
I
it's
think
already over. Also, it's already over. We've already done the poll, so it's gonna be Vine v Mello.
all right. Do you want me to stream it or?
Well, I have it. I can just pull it up. I can pull it up. I need to find the actual lobby for it. Is the first thing. But also hasn't started yet, I don't think, because it starts at 11. And also, I
Yes,
gotta
we
pull
have
up
it.
my own Twitch channel because I have forgotten to find it anywhere. Now you may have just heard a noise there. That was someone else's stream. Someone called Games. That was Games Done Quick doing a Monster Hunter World speedrun. Because your host Foolish is very fucking stupid and forgot to mute Google Chrome before popping open Twitch. Thankfully, I have just found the actual Twitch now. That is on mute today, and now we're back at it. So what's your big belief right now, and who's going to be the winner of this match, Mello v Vine? I'm obviously Vine's a very very good player, so
I think in terms of forgive me for saying this, but in terms of power scaling, right?
I
I
love you
think
saying this.
Vine has been seen by the community to be much more higher in power than like Mello has ever been, mostly because of Vine's consistency and like how long they've been playing this game. But the problem with Vine recently is that they spend way too much time off of timer, and they just spend way too much time like looking at every single like situation, and that ends up them being like way behind on timer.
and
So
then
if
I
Mello
think
just plays,
these are two dueling ideas because I don't see Mello do that ever, and I see Mello go Ollie Oxenfree into nearly everything they do.
yeah, I think like even though Mello plays worse than Vine technically, I feel like Mello's gonna have like enough of a time advantage at the end of the match to be able to pull back something that Vine just doesn't see coming.
Well, fingers crossed that's how it goes. If you're Mello, and then if you're Vine, I mean, you want to end it quick, you know? Don't let that time advantage slip. Words, Jesus Christ. Don't let that time advantage drip down. Don't let Mello get that little bit of resource above you, and then just end the fight as quick as you can. All the players are stuck in the Olympus Q2 top 8 lobby right now. Thankfully, we will see some of that action very shortly. I think the bracket right now is quite... obviously not as star-studded as it was last time, but really familiar faces. Thank God, cracking top 8. You know, you can't really have the biggest tournament of all time without Turbo, without Mello, without Blue without Vine, right? This is a necessary thing to happen, and I think as we get into more and more qualifiers, there's 4, isn't there? There's 4 qualifiers. Once we get to those 4 qualifiers, we will be seeing some silly names pop up and make it to the Olympus top 8.
I also want to say that this bracket, while we do have some like returning appearances from like top players, right? We have Vine, we have Mello, we have Plebism, we have Turbo, right? We also have Giga, who is a
Giga.
robot that has been seen by the community to be like, yeah, they're good, but they're not as good as like some of the top tiers of the community. And then we also have Not Well, which, if I remember, used to be a cowboy way back in like the itch.io days. And since coming back, they switched to Wizard, I believe.
To Wizard, yeah, they've got that little Rouse image. If you have been, soying out in the general chat, that is Well, who has the Rouse image this time. Yeah, I mean, just new faces, new and old, right? I am optimistic to see some good gameplay from Giga. but above all else, right? I think Giga will do some absolute smacking, or just be absolutely smacked this tournament. This is gonna be a feast or famine performance from Giga. I don't think we should get ahead of ourselves and saying they're gonna be out first, and I also don't think we should get ahead of ourselves and saying they're gonna win the whole thing, right? This is a strong player. This is a player who can do some very interesting gameplay, and so I think optimistically we're gonna see some good performances. Maybe not a Cinderella run, but a good performance from Giga today.
Yeah, and also if we're just going to be talking about who's going to be playing what, I think out of all of these people that are playing today, we know most of their mains, right? But the only one we don't know who's actually going to play is Turbo, because Turbo has been able to switch between either, Wizard or Robot or Cowboy, and recently, he's been able to just play Robot, right? Or Wizard. But yesterday he complained so much about the wizard mirror that I believe he's actually just going to go the robot mirror against not well. And actually
Really?
no. He might play robot against not well because he despises the wizard mirror now.
Good gravy. I mean, this is the thing. Everyone has broken their principles for the lovely, succulent taste of wizard ambrosia. This is just a good character, straight up, at this point. Not to dunk on the wizard mains, who are playing a very honest character. The three of you. But honestly, right now, Wizard's in such a good spot. We see people coming from all over to take a good look into that big pointy hat. And if we see some beautiful stuff happening from Turbo, some beautiful stuff happening from, I mean, who else has been, really hard hitting into Wizard recently? I mean, according to the wonderful qualifier graphics that were made recently, there is otherwise, Blue Mew, obviously notoriously good at Wizard, well as well. Ooh, well.
Yeah, I'd like to actually just I just want to talk about Blue Meal, right? So
This is a good
over
player.
the past like year or so, I feel like I remember Blue Meal being in itch.io days, right? But Blue Meal has always been seen by the community as someone who, like, yes, they play well, but they're not exactly as good as the rest of people who take top eight. But the problem is every single time like we do a tournament, somehow Blue Meal will get into top eight, and I think that's actually just impressive about him in general.
There we go. I mean, this is honestly... Blue Mew is... I don't know if you guys watched the Overwatch League or watched it. Now it is dead and buried in the ground. Blue Mew is the Carpe of this game. Such an incredible player, but I think goes under the radar as they don't really win big trophies often, right? Blue Mew's a player for me. Well, I was saying last time, they're my sleeper pick. They're my sleeper pick for a player who is going to slide in and do some absolute damage in the main tournament, right? Do not take your eye off of Blue Mew. This is an incredible player, right? And if you walk into my house and you say Blue Mew's going to lose or Blue Mew isn't going to do well in the big tournament, you can kiss my ass.
But the problem is they're actually going to go up against Troop. Now, Troop, from what we've
Yeah.
seen yesterday, plays extremely fast. He plays so fast that most of the time he's 7 to 8 minutes ahead in time in terms of time, right? So once we get to timer, right? Maybe Blue Mew takes too much time figuring out their moves. Once they get to timer, Troop just has like a natural advantage in just everything.
Well, we'll see what happens. Well, hey guys, it is hit 10:59, which means we were about to see the first leading matches of this Olympus qualifier too.
Are
Against
you
me.
ready for the cowboy mirror?
You guys ready for the
Cool.
cowboy mirror? The rare, elusive cowboy mirror? I know in the current day, in the current age, that's like seeing a fucking unicorn in the wild, right?
Yeah, I Cowboy's just been seen as awful
Yeah, Cowboy's been a little bit
during
dog
this
shit.
time.
But you cannot buff him. If you buff Cowboy, people will flip their shit because they remember the beautiful utopian days of itch.io. And except in contrast to the current Cowboy wasteland.
Every single time we think of Ichaya, I think of aimable L slice, and then I instantly say, "Wow,
Oh,
I'm so glad we're on Steam."
oh my pants. Oh my pants. Oh, aimable L slice. Hell yes. Oh baby, aimable L slice. How I miss it. How nostalgic I am. We should just have a tournament, and like a show tournament with just like the oldest version of Yummy we can find that's still competitively
Oh, Foolish,
viable.
did you not? Okay, Foolish. We had a hustle party like a while back ago, maybe like 3 weeks, where we did every single like game is a different version of Itch.io,
Really?
and we started with like 0.1, and we went all the way up to like the furthest like Itch.io version, and it was pretty cool because
Galaxy, I was gonna cum my pants, and now I'm just blue balled because I knew I didn't have a chance to get into this tournament.
well, I mean, we could run it back. You just have to ask Bozo for it, organize it.
Hey Bozo, Hey Bozo, hey Bozo, hey Bozo, hey Bozo, hey Bozo. I have your dog. Run another hustle party.
Oh my god.
I have your dog. It's like a little tiny dog in a little cage. I have it suspended over a massive rat pit. Anyway, let's see the
Turbo's
match.
gonna eat. Oh, sorry.
So we are spectating into Vine, Ryo v Mello, as it is a
Oh
wonderful
my
start to
god.
this game. It is an immediate fuckery, as we are going to
Wait,
transition
don't.
to that immediately. As you can see, guys,
Yeah.
we have a beautiful new... we would have had a beautiful new overlay, except the game crashed as soon as I tabbed into this scene. So we're going to have to
Let me just
do...
like narrate it vocally. Okay, so the opener was Mello getting hit by lightning slice, and oh my gosh, Mello bursts,
Immediate
and
burst.
Vine doesn't see it coming, and instantly drops combo.
There we go. And this, so now we should be peak. Now this is peak, everyone. You are witnessing at this very moment a peak overlay made by the beautiful, wonderful Bozo. Your only move is hustle. I agree with you. Oaf League. I may scream this today, but I may terrify the people living in my flat.
Oh, gun throw at this range. That gives Mello a +1 on horizontal.
Yeah, as Mello seems to almost just stand there with some level of just confusion and rage at what's happening. There's a quick little hop over the gun throw, some Super Mario shit right now, and now they're just in absolute point blank fuckery range. At this point,
Oh,
I
here's. Oh, sorry.
go for it.
Go.
No, say your thing. No,
Yeah. What's
this is the
interesting here?
Crucible Galaxy.
Yeah.
We interrupt each other constantly. This is the interruption Crucible. You
Okay.
can't be afraid
Okay.
of
What's
that.
interesting here is that pommel is 4 frames, right? And vertical slash is 5 frames. Now, Cowboy wants to be in this range to use vertical slash and threaten like a combo, right? But the problem is, oh, and what happens is that Mello flipped vertical slash, right? So the natural play against vertical slash in that situation would just be pommel because it's 4 frames, right? But since Mello actually flipped like vertical slash here, pommel wouldn't have actually hit. So Vine is forced to block in that
Oh,
situation.
baby. Good
Since we're
gravy.
+1.
Well, look at that. Well, this is just absolute cowboy utopia that we're watching right here. Point blank range, actual damage coming through. Last time I left to eat a cheese sandwich, or at least make one. Oh, and it's just a beautiful
Oh my god, he
response
reads
from
the
Mello.
impale with flip draw. Horizontal
Mello
slash.
just seems to know exactly what's happening at all times. Mello is an unga bunga player. Mello's brain is small, but their spirit and heart is large. It is overflowing from their chest. And against this analytical, careful player like Vine, I mean, it's either feast or famine for either player. And with Mello just immediately turning around for that amazing read. And
Oh, and the
it's just a
burst
commentator's
immediately.
cursed. I thought we were going to see a wonderful,
Yeah.
fantastic combo there, but no, it's just a
Yeah.
beautiful burst from Vine, and now they are absolutely locked in. One hit v one hit, trading blows at this point in the stage, and now it's just Mello with the bare advantage as
Oh
both
my
flip
god,
their
the
guns
gun
out.
draw at the same time.
It is high noon on the Olympus stage as these guys are staring each other down. I love this moment with Cowboy. Well, you see, Yummy Protocol, I thought the border was supposed to be covered. It was very unclear to me. Thankfully, what I can do, Yummy Protocol, is I can do this. What was I even saying? I don't even know, mate. Cowboys shooting each other. Guns, love guns, bullets, buy guns from the internet, from Walmart. Take them as they shoot each other. Fantastic.
Oh, and neither of them shoot dodge.
No, neither shoot dodge. As I was saying, this is just some real classic high noon bullshit, right? But I imagine both will get out of their kind of
Yeah,
precarious
unfortunately,
situation
they both have to dash to get rid of the bullets. So neither of them can use bullet shenanigans with foresight.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, we're just going to see that this is just some honest cowboy shooting, right? This is why I love the cowboy mirror. Cowboy mirror, it doesn't feel bullshit. It doesn't feel like anybody has an unfair advantage over one another. It doesn't feel like anybody's incentivized to play like a little bitch, right?
Yeah, but the problem is
cowboy.
with Cowboy Mirror, right? They both have large hitboxes, and like even in range, like right, Cowboy has a lot of unique moves that displace himself and like can basically rock paper scissors just in the mirror itself. So in earlier versions of the game, this resulted in basically like 600 frames of walking back and forth doing absolutely nothing. But since the introduction of new gun, which creates like a bullet projectile, the matchup has become like a lot more interesting in general.
I agree.
And I was about to say,
go for it.
In the next combo, before Foolish goes on like a large tirade of how good the Cowboy Mirror is, I wanted to like ask the audience and flip a coin whether or not the other person who's getting comboed will either burst or not if they have burst.
Oh, I was going to talk about how, I mean, not about how good the matchup is, but how I would, as a cowboy main, take a size up in hitbox if it meant having a hat.
There's actually a couple of mods on the community page that gives Cowboy a cowboy hat and then gives Wizard a wizard hat that I've actually installed right now. And it's actually just it's beautiful. It's wondrously beautiful. It
Oh, thank
instantly
you,
like
Yomi
increases my
mod
dopamine.
creators. Thank you, Yomi mod creators, doing what the rest of us can't. The rest of us, I mean, other than Vine, I suppose.
Actually, talking about the match, Vine has Mello. Like no, Mello has Vine in kind of a loop here, right? Because Mello can do a lot of moves in this situation since they have gun throw out right now, right? But the problem is that they actually have less moves available. Uh, oh, and he's gonna go for the
Oh,
grab,
and
and
just a
now he
beautiful grab. I
can.
think people underuse grab. I'll be honest, especially some of the top players. Maybe people in pugs, pubs, they use grab a bit more. But oftentimes in these kind of matches, them casting, especially in qualifier one, there have been 100 situations where a dash grab or a grab is just the absolute most perfect response, and it just seems to go unnoticed. So seeing Melo
Oh,
throw that grab, slam right onto the floor, I mean,
and
that
we see
is
here that Vine
good
was actually
stuff.
trying to catch out the vertical slash draw from Mello here. And what he actually tried to do there is he actually tried to read the vertical slash with flip get up, which normally would displace the character, if you're on the left side of a person, would displace the character to the back side of a character, meaning that Mello would miss his move. Oh, and Vine
It
uses
just,
flip backslash
yep,
in order to
zoops
read
away.
Mello moving forward.
Absolutely. And now they are just in a beautiful, beautiful, horizontal, slashy, rangy. Ooh, baby. I think so. I
I
mean, it's a
am
big baby move, but his thing probably won't use it, right? This is just basically back to the start. They're exactly where they were when this game started. Either side of the pillar, staring each other down. I mean, it's basically just a positional reset at this point.
I'm going to assume that either one of them or both actually jumps here because jump is very good here because you beat impale, you beat horizontal, you beat vertical, you beat any move on the ground, right? And the only move it doesn't beat is upward swipe, right? It's very safe, and since this is like competitive gameplay, we will always want to go for the safest option, right? Oh, and
Ooh.
instead, Vine is going to block, probably reading the stinger, while Mello is using ankle cutter, really, in neutral. I actually don't know what moves that actually beats in in the mirror. It only does it's like 7 frames, so perhaps that beats like vertical slash and upward.
Absolutely. I
Interesting.
mean, I'm a big ankle cutter cell. I'm just such a fan of that move. It is such a beautiful poke. It's such just a beautiful thing to mess up people's block, right? Because people generally aren't blocking low, people are blocking high. And, I mean, in this scenario, ankle cutter does its job, gives that good frame advantage. It's just battering into Vine Ryo through chip, right? And at this point, what you said about Vine with timer is very true. Vine getting a noticeable difference, small right now, but to be bigger in the future, between their time bank and Mellows. I
Yeah, we can
mean,
see now that Vine is actually 3 minutes, like a minute behind Mello right now. Meanwhile, Mello has done flip Stinger draw, so he can reposition himself for gun draw, and Vine is being put on the back burner because he is -1 currently because of the block.
really gravy. And it's
Very
just
tough
a
situation for
flip
him.
stringer draw says, I'm out of
Oh
here.
my gosh!
Goodbye. And
And
it's
an
just a
instant TP
beautiful
in.
TP in. Gets right in their face. And now, I mean, if you're mellow, this isn't too bad a situation. You can vamoose. You can just get out, right? You may have to eat a meaty, possibly. I think you may have to do that here, right? But, oh,
Oh, we have the
what a
gun draw.
great aggressive read from Vine. Yeah, the draw basically making us safe at this point. I mean, that's just nice.
This might actually be bad for Vine because in the close range, gun is actually kind of bad because the opponent can actually rebound your bullet using their own moves. And so this might actually be a bit of a double-edged sword for Vine right about now. We'll have to see in the next turn.
Yeah, well,
Uh,
this is what makes this interaction so deep and tasty and dense. I mean, a lot of different options here. We'll see what they do ultimately, right? I think
I
we're
don't
going to
know why
see
Melo's taking way too much time on this turn. There's literally nothing he can do.
nothing we can
Okay,
do. Yeah,
there he goes.
there we go. Whew, boy. I mean, Galaxy, you're the pro player. You're the player who's good at the video game. What would you do in this scenario if you are Vine or Mello? One of the two. If you're
Well,
both,
actually, look in this
if you share a
situation right
spotted quad.
now. Like Mello doesn't actually have a lot of moves to use. All of them fire off slower than the actual gun himself, so he can't really do much of anything actually. So he's actually forced to block. Vine made a very good decision for drawing gun in that situation because he has momentum to the right, so Mello can't actually parry the gun. Yes, he's going to use
Yep,
a
just knows that
push
as well as we
block.
do. Push block, getting them a little bit of space here, just out of that range. But I mean, still, Cowboy's got a big boy. Cowboy has a wonderful assortment of ranges to work from. And if you're, Mellow, sure, the +2 isn't that bad for, in terms of it being in Vine's camp. But I mean, this is just good Cowboy pressure right now. I'm not. I'd imagine if I was Vine, I would continue getting aggressive here. Right? It's generally worked so far. But we will see what happens, right? The bullet
Yeah,
just going to ricochet off.
I also want to say that Vine actually has to be aggressive here because he actually has the health disadvantage, and he also has a bullet on the field. So he really wants to manipulate that bullet and to get him in combo at least. He could try using a foresight to rebound the bullet into hopefully hitting Mello again, but the problem is that leaves him up for a counter move against, like with Mello using maybe like instant TP or like dash forward, right?
Exactly,
And it
could be a little
becomes
bit
like,
risky.
yeah, and the foresight becomes instantly useless. Trigger is asking to get in the box. Do we let them?
If we had three people, who's training in the box?
Trigger,
Trigger,
the ninja.
the ninja player. Absolutely. Here's the thing: my one aversion in three people in the box. That is a lot of people in the box usually. If we want to get Trigger in
Yeah.
just for this match to bolster the ability of us to have analytical gameplay, we can absolutely do that.
Yeah, but I believe that I think two is already like enough for a cowboy mirror per
A
se.
cowboy
I
man.
don't think Trigger has like any of a. Oh yeah, and Roy says we're only doing two casters at a time.
Okay, yeah, there we go. Well, hey, Trigger, we can get you in another match very soon because God knows we'll have a lot of different matches today. This one is just an opening one. We're going to have tens of thousands of matches, millions, in fact. Vine chained me to my chair right here. I physically can't leave. I have to, commentate 10,000 Yomi matches or else my family will burn. But Vine described it as a hell pit of death. I didn't really understand what that was, but, you know.
Oh yeah, speaking of other matches, currently all the matches are going increasingly well. Unfortunately, Turbo has actually DQ'd from top 8. I don't know if that was
Turbo.
intentional or not, but that is certainly funny. So Not Well progresses to the second round of Losers Quarter already.
Not well. The absolute MCD of Yomi players. Good gravy.
He actually manipulated Turbo into DQing,
Really?
like actually just like like a force to be reckoned with in terms of social engineering.
Yeah.
Trust me, trust
Yeah.
me.
Well, if Well was in Wild West Wednesdays, I would have lost instantly. Just without even any thought. I would have been decimated. This is the person behind the scenes. They are pulling the strings.
Now going back to the actual match, Vine in terms of resources is really bad here. They're both down 2 bullets, right? Meanwhile, though, Vine is at like 4 sadness and actually has like 1,000 cuts on right now, right? But they have a lack of meter in terms of Mello, who actually has 4. So Vine either needs to get a combo off of this somehow, or needs to get in a more advantageous position than Mello in order to justify using 1,000 cuts outside of combo.
Yeah, but I mean, right now, if we're talking about advantageous positions, that just kind of hasn't happened, right? Mello retreating back to the ground, Vine sailing through the air like a beautiful kite. I mean, I just can't see Vine getting good value out of 1,000 cuts.
Oh, and he
But
gets and his gun gets frame killed.
And Mello
That's
also popping the
unfortunate.
1,000 cuts. Now it is an absolute wall of death slammed into a different wall of death. I know that's
Yeah, he
very
was forced
sexy
to
commentary, but you know what I mean.
pistol whip free cancel there because if he was minus while shooting, then it would give Mello the opportunity to actually teleport in with 1K cuts and get a combo. So just if you didn't understand how like why Vine would waste a free cancel like that, that's because he was forced to do it. Oh, he held the pistol whip
Held it.
into actually a draw.
Absolutely. I
This
mean,
is actually really bad for Vine because Mello can actually come into range of the gun and actually parry it. Yeah, and he
completely just
notices he
framed out in
notices
the air
that
and uses the
happens.
whiff cancel. But now, if you're Vine, it's not very many options, right? A grounded cowboy versus one that's sailing down and just can't block, can't dodge, can't do any number of things. You have some options to get out, but they are risky business if you do. Right, you
Yeah, I
can
believe
reasonably
Vine
team
is
out, you can reasonably downward slash, but God knows what's going to happen.
I believe Vine is forced to do 3 combo up. to just be safe in general.
But then if you're mellow, you know that, right? You're very aware. And then, and going down air options, going down free cancels. I mean, that's no fun for anybody. I mean, mainly
Yeah,
Vine.
like
It's very fun for mellow.
yeah, and in this situation, Vine is forced to use at least one free cancel, which means that it gives Vine like it gives Mello a lot of opportunities to counteract any like opportunity Vine wants to get a combo for. Oh, and he's gonna go for the flip three combo up. Meanwhile, Mello shoots out his gun. Now
Just
the problem
decides, well,
here
if
is
you're
that
going over there, I'm going to bring the damage to you, right?
yeah,
You
the
can fly
problem
away,
is
but
that Vine can actually teleport into the 1K cuts when he shoots and actually try and parry that, or at least force a RPS somehow and somehow win. But I think Vine will just go for the actual like most best option, which is probably blocking in this scenario.
yeah,
Is
I
very
mean,
dangerous for
I agree, and it's a
Vine.
sneaky read, and I think we're probably going for the something. I'm not even quite sure where that's supposed to be going. Again, I'm not a very good Yomi player, but that bullet is sailing away, but honestly just creating pressure onto Vine. At the end of the day, it's been Mello who's been setting the pace of this game over and over and over again. Vine is one of the all-time great Cowboys, but Mello has been controlling that space, controlling that pace, controlling that. If there's another word that rhymes with ace, you can say that in the chat. And Mello is probably controlling it.
Interesting upward swipe from Mello. I don't know what he was trying to read. Maybe he was trying to read like a dash, or maybe he just wanted to get height. But even if he wanted to get height, he could have just done draw.
Yeah, Mello, you live in a
In
castle
that
made of
part.
sand. That was a silly maneuver. You're a silly man.
At this point in time, Vine is actually 3 minutes down off of Mello. This is very terrifying for him. He probably is taking way too much time.
And in my mind,
I
only
believe
more time
Vine
to
can
go down
actually.
as the pressure and as the actual pressure of the match increases.
Oh, and you have a frame kill. I never noticed that until now. So yeah, so
Oof.
Vine is forced to dash back.
Wow. We are seeing some absolute masterclass, and now it's Vine in the pressure situation of the corner. That just is not a fun place to be in. If you mean we all play fighting games here, there is nothing worse than being in the corner, and that's true in Street Fighter, that's true in King of Fighters, that's true in Marvel vs. Capcom, but that is especially true in Yomi Hustle, where just being in the corner can lead to some brutal stuff.
We're seeing an interesting part here. Either can actually instant teleport in and try and get a combo off of 1K cuts, but they have to be aware of the other person's instant teleport, because if they do that, then they'll be forced to eat a combo as well. It's really terrifying. I just realized now Vine is at 49 sadness. They are about to take sadness if they do not approach further.
Yeah.
And that's incredibly like not
You don't
good
want to do that.
for
You
the
don't
person
want to
who's
go
taking
in.
sadness.
You can't go in.
So
You
you have to,
can't go
yeah, so
out. You're
Vine
just in
is
an abusive scenario if you're Vine, where, I mean, again, when I talk about Melo controlling the pace and the space of the game, that is not an overstatement. Melo has controlled the exact flow of this game for minutes now.
Yeah, Mello is forced to actually close the gap now, or else they lose their 1K cuts prematurely. Oh, they have reached sadness.
They have reached sadness. They are sad. Vine's
So
cowboy
now they're
is going to counseling to deal with their issues, with their interpersonal conflicts. They can't form genuine connections. They feel isolated and lonely in this world. And also, they keep fucking missing upward slice and all the other moves. Not in this scenario. Obviously, that was never going to hit. Getting straight into the air, trying to get that good high ground on Mello and
oh,
using the draw cancel. But, I mean, still in the corner, right?
and instead of trying to get closer in to decrease sadness, Vine is actually choosing to press bullet. I think they're actually panicking right now. I don't see the merits of actually using bullet in this scenario because it gives Vine a lot of no Mello a lot of opportunities to avoid. And they can't use foresight to rebound it, so it's kind of a consideration of what they're doing. They need to approach, or else they'll actually get sadness and lose all of their defensive options. But we don't know if they will.
And it just doesn't look like that's going to happen if you're Vine. I mean, again, Melo playing this game excellently for the guy who can never make and win his own tournament. I mean, coming out into Olympus with an absolute vengeance in the winners bracket.
Does anybody? I actually haven't been in this situation before. I actually do not know what Cowboy's supposed to do to decrease sadness in neutral. If anybody could just tell me in chat right now, that'd be perfect. But honestly, I'm kind of clueless.
That's a good question, Galaxy. The answer is jack shit.
Really, Cowboy can do literally nothing.
I wouldn't say nothing, but it's a bit more of a difficult scenario for Cowboy.
Oh, we have a frame kill from Vine here
Yeah.
where Mello is forced to jump or take +6.
Yeah, which absolutely nobody wants. I mean, a little bit of a roly-poly right there, getting straight
Yeah,
into him.
Vine's actually in a very advantageous situation here. Mello has neither like free cancels or air options in this situation, so he just Vine has a free scenario where he can just slam that shoot button and pray for the best that he gets a good block string,
Yeah,
as
but
well
if
as
you're
the
Vine, I
decreased
mean,
sadness on his part. So it'll be
still
fantastic for him.
sad if you're Vine. That's the big concern here.
And what's even better is that if Mello tries to go for a counter attack, he'll be forced to eat the bull and then eventually a full combo. He will instead go for reading the shoot and
Yeah,
instead hitting the block button.
yeah, eats up the bullet like that. I mean, if you're Mellow right now, sliding to the corner, you still feel a bit fine. After all, even if you get hit, even if you get comboed, that burst speed has filled up. Well, if you're Vine, I mean, that just hasn't happened.
I believe in this situation, Vine will actually foresight and rebound the bullet, and he does exactly that. But Mello reads that and actually dashes
It
forwards.
gets straight up into the air looking for that wonderful, wonderful response. I'm enjoying generally how aggressive both players are being. That may seem like a silly thing to say when you see Vine with 55% sadness, right? But I mean, if you look at the current scenario, it isn't like any player has been purposefully playing backwards, right? Both have been doing a decent job pushing on forwards, trying to get in these aggressive positions, even if it hasn't always been successful, even if they've been countered around with just some absolute good defensive play. They've been trying to get in. They've been trying to make this game exciting.
I also want to commentate about the matches that just happened. In 22 minutes, Kleb has actually lost to Giga 20.
Really?
That is the biggest
That is the
upset in
biggest
this
upset we've
tournament that
ever
I've seen
seen.
so far.
Remember when I went on a rant in the pre-show about how you could expect good things from Giga? I meant it. I meant it. What an absolute player, taking Pleb out to task.
I'm actually
Yeah, well,
questioning how did Pleb lose that one? Did
yeah,
Giga just get
yeah.
really did Giga just get really lucky with the command grabs in neutral?
Is Pleb stupid?
I believe okay, I played Plebism yesterday in a Cowboy versus Wizard like Cowboy versus Wizard matchup, right? They were an okay Cowboy, right? But eventually I won because I don't think they're as experienced in Cowboy as they are with like Wizard or Robot. I believe they just died to a few lucky command grabs, maybe. Hopefully, Pleb will take back the winner's position in losers bracket, but it may not be
Absolutely.
possible.
I mean, what are some other reports from around the grounds? Any more updates on some games?
Let us see. Blue Mew versus Troop is still going, and so is the match that we are watching. I'm surprised that actually, now I think about it, Pleb lost really fast. Like
It
20
may have just
minutes
been a
is
robo
like the
moment.
amount of time you wipe like a pub player. So I really want to see the match against Plebism versus Giga and see what happened.
I mean, ooh, boy, howdy. This is not a great look right now. This is not a great look right now at all. This is no fun if you're Vine. At this point, the time back has just chipped down, down, down. It's such a great advantage for Mello. And now, I mean, in
Yeah,
this scenario,
Vine taking more chip and forced to eat a block string with Oh, and Vine actually goes to timer 2,436 frames.
yeah, exactly,
And
way too early
Vine
for the
is the
timer.
first one to hit timer. Unfortunately, they have actually decreased their sadness, but Mello has such an advantage with 4 minutes up that it's impossible. It's kind of hard to see this actually coming to fruition and Vine actually getting out of this disadvantageous position.
Well, yeah, and
I also
also
want to
apparently
talk.
this is
Oh,
some
sorry.
news from around the grounds from Nilby is that the replay of that game, Pleb v Giga, has been lost to time. No, because nobody saved it.
Really?
Yeah. That's
Um,
wonderful, Nilby. So we had this policy actually on this Twitch channel, which is to shoot the messenger. We think it's a really productive way to, just to do really anything, right? If you receive any bad news, we just like attack whoever told us it. So Nilby, leave your front door unlocked.
I've been looking in the general chat of the
Oh
protocol
my
Discord. Hold on,
goodness!
I heard a
Oh,
hit.
good
Oh,
gravy! A
it's a
hop, skip, and a jump,
no.
and it just the sword coming directly down onto Vine Ryo's head. We've been seeing this guy control space perfectly the entire time, and at this point, the only impediment for him is the gun throw rocketing towards him at 7,000 miles an hour. But even then,
You
you
see the
look at that,
problem?
that isn't really a huge issue for him.
Actually, this is a major issue for Melo here because he really wants to keep Cowboy really wants his opponent on the ground, especially if you're close to corner, because that means that you potentially get a blender situation, right? But the problem with this is that the gun throw is actually impeding his process, and he actually is being forced to dodge or hit the bullet. Or actually, no, he can't do anything. Actually, he's being forced to block or dash forward, and this ruins his combo one way and another.
I mean,
Um,
yeah, it gets
he's
down
now
anyway.
forced to actually go away from the wall instead of actually going towards it. This
Absolutely,
is
which
really
is
bad
no
for him.
fun. But I mean, damage is damage, right? And if you're looking at the strength of health bars right now, that is damage over Vine by an absolute mile, right? By the end of this combo, Vine's gonna have a really tough
Oh,
time
he gets a
catching up.
T3C
Period.
upwards.
A
Oh my
T3C?
gosh.
Oh, he's seen the ooh,
In
ooh,
this day and
tournament's
age, in
first
my Yomi hustle,
T3C anime in my Yomi hustle. It does not end. It is some shonen shit that Mello is on. Mello is the shonen protagonist of Protocol, of Olympus, of the Yomi hustle community, and that just proves it immediately. What a ballsy player. Good gravy.
I'm actually reading in general chat about how the match against Plebism versus Giga went, and apparently Pleb actually lost a round start and was stuck in the robot RPS blender for the entire game, and that's how they lost so early.
Yes,
And it's actually forced them to actually play robot for the rest of the tourney in terms of frustration. I think that'll be very interesting to see in losers bracket so
you
far.
back into the Robo Shobo. Goodness.
I actually have no idea what Mello is cooking with this foresight. He can actually combo off this with Rift, but I'm pretty sure it drops if if Vine does DI down, but he can't actually read. Oh, we're doing a
No,
backslash flip,
just a
hitting the
beautiful,
sweet
beautiful
spot and hitting
backslash.
two
Yeah, gets to the
spots.
sweet spot. And I mean, at this point, with the combo scaling, it's going to be much less damage from here on out. If you're Vine, I don't think you even pop the burst here. I think it's way too late. I would just let the combo finish.
Yeah, we're eventually going to see a combo finisher with either Impale or Izuna drop from Lasso from Mello here. Due to guts and general hits in this combo, he's not going to really do much besides like maybe 3.5k. So you should probably be looking for a combo ender sometime soon. I do not think. Oh, and Vine actually bursts. I don't believe Mello can actually combo off of this. Oh, wait, no, he can with Vert.
He can. Oh, goodness.
This is not good for
This is
Vine.
not good for Vine. Poor Vine. I think the pressure just absolutely getting to them as now it's back into the Mellow Waka blender. Goodness. I mean, does this kill, do you think?
I know. I don't think this kills. Cowboy combos in this update are very low damage,
I'll poo-poo shit. We can
unless
say poo-poo shit. We're adults.
like Vine like kind of messes up the eye or Mello gets closer to the corner. I don't believe this combo will actually kill, but we have seen like very smart decisions made by both party members in this fight. So it's kind of undetermined to see what will happen. Mello's
I
forced.
love the fact that you led with ingenious and you just abandoned that word partway through that sentence.
My apologies. Anyways, very funny thing that just happened in losers right now. So we're gonna talk about Plebism versus Not Well. That actually never happened because Not Well also DQ'd as well, giving Plebin
Really?
a guaranteed win into losers semifinal.
This has been a silly
Apparently, the
qualifier.
Turbo versus Not Well game just didn't show up. Very funny.
My
Meanwhile, the Blue Mew versus Troop fight, Troop has triumphed over Blue Mew over the Wizards
Really?
of Yomi Hustle and has made it to losers quarterfinal and will face the
Goodness.
loser of Mello versus Vine.
I mean, isn't that just wonderful? If you are Troop, really coming back into form and showing this game that you are here, you are around, and you are wanting to make the top of this game and get that beautiful, beautiful cash prize.
Speaking of the situation that we see in the match right now, Mello is in a situation where he is actually forced to jump or eat. Oh, and he jumps backwards to avoid the horizontal slash read from Vine. Vine is actually now in an advantageous position. He has 2 meter We both have the same, like nearly the same sadness, and he actually has the advantage of being lower on the ground.
Exactly. I
Yeah,
mean,
Melo's
again, you just don't want to be in the
blocking,
air too
damage
long,
into him.
right? That you want to control that ground space, and it's kind of just, it's almost like in, I mean, any other fighting game. Let's say like a platform fighter like Smash Bros. If you're on the ground, I mean, they have less to just have fewer options in the air, always, always, always. So you really like that scenario where you can abuse their position in the air and just take care of them.
Now both characters are at 15-second bullet timer. We're probably going to see some frantic gameplay from both sides,
I mean,
both using
I don't think you should even be
shoot.
frantic if you're Mellow. At this point, you've kind of really got the door open in terms of winning.
But the problem is, since both characters, both members of this fight are one of the top players in the world. Oh, and he rebounds the bullet with pistol whip back into draw. That
Oh,
is the
goodness.
that is I have never seen that
That
in
is
my
some
entire
masterful
time of
shit.
playing
That's
Yomi
some Da
Hustle.
Vinci level Yomi Hustle.
Vine forced to go on the back burner. Oh, and
Oh, that hits. That
yeah,
hits.
Vine. Oh my God, that hits. He can't. Yeah,
It's
he can't
huge.
free
It's
cancel.
massive. And now it's Mello who is being shot out at high noon. We thought this was a surefire win for Mello, but if this combo can go the distance, I mean, God knows what will happen.
Yeah, he's forced to whiff. Oh, he can't whiff cancel anymore because he has the bullet on him.
Exactly. It's too late.
Oh, Vine actually might get a combo if he plays this very well.
And if he plays it shit, he'll just get damage.
All right, we have the instant TP up.
ITP.
He does not get anything
Does not
from
get
this
anything
besides
from it.
lightning
I mean,
slice.
again,
This
damage
is
is damage,
unfortunate.
but God, you want more, right?
Yeah, a bullet starter, not really the best you want. You really want something that has maybe like a little more damage at the beginning. Oh, he's gonna go for either a pull or he's doing a drop. I feel like he's doing a drop is way too much in this combo. That does do a lot of damage, however. So we're a bit unsure of what happens. Just want to point out also that Vine has no more bullets left in his supply,
It
so
is a
he's forced to make some
beautiful,
difficult
beautiful pull,
decisions.
but I feel like Melo read that.
Yeah, Vine has to instant TP down if he wants to combo on the ground. But Mello also has burst, so it's a bit terrifying for Vine right now to continue combo. He can upward swipe to continue combo, and I believe that is it. Mello could try to predict that with burst and be only -2, but he does not. He DIs down. I believe, yeah, Vine can just combo off of that with downward cleave and reground. He's in a very advantageous position if Mello does not burst. Oh, and the
Ooh,
burst comes out.
commentator's curse. The burst comes through that absolute blue snowflake just barreling on into Vine. I mean, good damage, but not nearly enough. Vine will need another full combo and then some if they want to get ahead of Mello at this point. Which, I mean, you don't ever want to be in that scenario. We know that.
Yeah, Vine being forced to use gun throw to make advantage of their empty gun barrel. No bullets whatsoever. Kind of awful in the cowboy mirror when your opponent also still has bullets on hand.
Ooh,
Talking
boy.
about other matches,
Other than that,
I
what
just
happened
want to
around the grounds?
say, does anybody know what happened in the Blue Mew versus Troop fight?
The
I wasn't
physical
able to
fight
see
happening
that.
right
I
now
haven't seen
outside
it.
the Denny's.
Oh, but
Oh, don't even tell us shit. Don't tell us anything about the Blue Mew troop fight. If you tell us a fucking word of that, you're banned. Because we've just seen some absolutely beautiful reads coming out from Mello, slamming into the ankles of Vine. And I think this is over, right?
yeah, it's over.
It's
He
over.
can Izuna drop and it's lethal. It's over.
It's over. Mello, the shonen protagonist of Yomi Hustle, the unsung hero of this community, taking Vine absolutely out to task as this game is finished with a Mello victory over
Vine is hoping it's not
arguably one
lethal,
of
but
the
I'm
best cowboy players of all time. Boom.
yeah. And unfortunately, Mello wins the first round. Vine has to go into losers bracket. We can really see this as the rise of the little legend Mello, finally going to win one of his own tournaments.
Goodness. One of his own tournaments. This is in Mello's tournament. This is Vine's tournament.
Yeah, all it required is that How required was it
Requires us
for
not hosting
Alucard,
a
Hunter, and
tournament.
everybody else to be left out of the tournament for him to actually win a match in top 8?
Exactly, yep. It's as the round goes. I am Mellow, and I'm great. If Alucard doesn't play, I might make top 8. Anyway, that's that match finished. A simple Mellow victory as they control the pace of the match for the entire time, as we're going to head back to our beautiful, beautiful Olympus desk.
Now we're actually in a unique situation in terms of matches we want to watch, because right now there are actually only going to be 2, because one of the matches was a DQ. So we have either Giga versus Mello or Troop versus Vine. Now I believe that the Troop versus Vine will be more interesting to watch, but maybe the Mello versus Giga, Cowboy versus Robot matchup might be interesting to some people. Winners
Absolutely, yeah.
is kind of like what people wanted to like want to see in a match, so it's just interesting to see what the audience will think of.
Yeah. I'm foolish of League. I've been here for a very, very long time. Well, what the audience thinks of. Tobin Wheel didn't really DQ, says Draxia. Whatever that means.
Really, what did they do?
They're
They're
playing
playing.
right
They
now.
just didn't know.
Wow.
Oh, this is some Zetabots versus Galaxy type stuff that's happening. Has anybody told them that they both DQ'd?
Somebody told them that they both DQ'd. I don't think they know. They're dead
Oh,
men
Troop has
walking.
sent the replay for their game.
Wow.
I'm gonna go and put that in my Yummy Hustle and see how it turned out.
While Galaxy does that, and as we wait for other matches to advance and start, I'm gonna make and then bring back here a cheese sandwich. And there's nothing you can do about it.
Unfortunately, I'm bad at solo commentary, so I'm going to be completely silent for about 2 minutes. Very sorry. We could bring in somebody to be the class jester for maybe like about 2 minutes, if somebody wants to do that. But otherwise, I am going to go get this replay, and we can go check it out once Foolish comes back. Neil is asking to get Trigger in for 2 minutes. If does Trigger want to come in for about 2 minutes, entertain the audience? I don't believe they're actually paying attention. Trigger's asking to get in. If we could have a TO, maybe get Trigger into the caster's box for a little bit.
And I return, and I'm back. I thought instead of making my cheese sandwich in the kitchen, I'd make it right here, on mic. I know that's so exciting for all of you. In fact, Galaxy, I heard you saying important words, less important than my cheese sandwich. But you want to say them again so I can hear them?
Yeah, we actually want to get Trigger in.
Let's get Trigger in, yeah.
Yeah. I'm just kind of like, while I'm doing something, I've kind of got like worse commentary, so I've just decided that like maybe if we got somebody with more interesting ideas come and yell at us for about like maybe 2 or 3 minutes, that'd be kind of
Trigger
funny.
coming in. Yeah, can you drag Trigger? Can anyone drag Trigger? I physically can't do it because they removed my protocol staff role.
Neither can I. I'm a very average poor nerd.
Help!
Help!
Help me! Help me! Vine, help me! Vine, help me! We can't let you in, Trigger. We're powerless. We're powerless to stop this. We can't do anything.
Oh, actually, the DQs of Turborata and Notwell have actually been reset, so we could actually watch that right now if you wanted.
Wow. I'm gonna see sandwich.
I feel like this is the worst time to say I've never actually tried to input a replay manually. I believe you just got a folder and you just like slap it in.
Oh.
Hold on. Downloads. There we go. Hopefully that should work. Go back. Replays.
Oh, Trigger.
Turbo, what is up?
It's
Hello,
Trigger.
it's me.
No,
Trigger.
that's not Turbo. Oh my god. Trigger, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for getting your name wrong.
We're actually so back. I can't believe it.
Trigger, I'm eating a cheese
Yeah, so,
sandwich.
how about you say some interesting things that you think are awful about Wizard while I set this up?
All right, no problem. I can do that. So, how vicious do you want me to be?
Be as offensive and insulting as possible. I'm sure the audience will love this biased opinion.
All right. I gotta say,
how
I fucking
together
hate
that
Wizard.
Can you explain why in like logical terms so the audience can understand your viewpoint?
So, Wizard is like the perfect example of a top tier that's very decently created, but it's not like fun for me to play against them because my game plan mostly revolves around calling out every single turn and seeing what they do, building up that mental model of the opponent. But like, I can't really get anything if they magic dart at full screen and I'm like, ah, yes, I'm going to dash 100, and now I'm just in the projectile block string. Whereas, you know, the opponent doesn't have to do any of that reading up until they're in melee range, and now it's like, okay, well, I'm +3, and, you know, Conjure Weapon is armored, and basically all of their moves are gonna be completely unsafe versus it, so it's very heavily favored to my side. There's just no risk to the spam magic darts at full screen until you get a projectile block string, and then you go in and Conjure Weapon them thing. And on top of that, they also have pretty decent movement. They have pretty decent ability to reposition without a ton of effort. Like, it's not as good as ninjas, obviously, but with Spark install, with Missile Form B-Hops, with Gravity especially, you have a lot of control over what zones you threaten every turn and for the turns afterwards. Whereas with me, I just have movement. Like, I don't have a really good way to threaten the area below me unless I commit to a slow, very easy to out priority or outspeed attack in dive kick. Whereas with Wizard, you have the 5 frame of a fucking lifetime in fast fall icicle. So being below Wizard is hell. Being above Wizard is I can't really do anything. Being beside Wizard means that I'm probably going to be in a block string. There's just no winning if I give them time to set up. But they have strong ways to. They have strong get off me tools in Conjure Weapon, the threat of Mana Strike, obviously not using it, but the threat of it, and other shit like fucking Tome Slap, which is, if I can't punch you or kick you, pretty fucking good.
Okay, it actually has been more than 3 minutes, so we're actually going to transition into me streaming the replay.
This is silencing, absolutely silencing the beautiful nature of Wizard criticism.
Hold on. Oh, it appears I cannot actually stream in the caster's box. I
Exactly.
believe
And
this is
I wouldn't be able to see it either way because I have.
this is
my
a major
beautiful show.
oversight of the caster.
Well,
part,
thankfully, I
so-
will say this: we do have another match to see. Is the great thing because currently Vine
Yeah.
is playing Troop. If you guys would even believe it.
Damn.
As my Yomi just crashed
and
again because I live in a beautiful world with functional games.
the problem about this is that the lobby for top 8 is actually it's not full.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and also my game just completely crashed, so I live in a hell world. So if I can reconnect,
Okay,
I'll
well,
be very
I'm-
happy. I'll be a happy camper.
I am sitting in the spot. Windows XP Gaming. That is why the lobby is full. Somebody is sitting in the lobby.
Yeah, can we kill this guy?
Windows XP Gaming. Please exit the lobby.
Please exit the lobby. We know where you live, and we think you're very handsome. However, it just can't be done today. It just can't be done today, can it?
Okay, Windows XP lobby is out of here.
We thank you so much. It's very sorry, Windows XP Gaming. We think you are beautiful. We think you will live a long and healthy life. We just happen to hate you. Anyway,
This is true.
let's get into the beautiful, 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 beautiful Yomi. As we transition in, and the transition works, and my game immediately crashes.
Oh, yeah, also bye trigger. Bye.
Goodbye, Trigger.
Uh,
my
bye.
game crashes
Go.
whenever I transition into the
Someone
fucking scene.
hold on. I'm gonna add Vine. Get Trigger out of here.
You're so mean to me.
Bye, Trigger.
I opened Yomi specifically to whatever. Alright.
I mean, we can change. No, I can go out of the commentator position and let you stream it and be the second commentator if you want.
It's up to you. You want to rock, paper, scissors for it?
Yeah, hold on. Let me get out the
Alright,
rock,
yeah.
paper, scissors game online. This is gonna go hard.
Yeah.
Get started. Alright, I'm gonna put it in general. Here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm in.
Well, everybody, a bit of a pause as these two other hosts play rock, paper, scissors. Currently, we're seeing Vine right now play against Troop, as Vine does have a very small life lead. Got an initial combo onto Troop, but sadly that didn't really go through, or at least didn't do massive damage. With a beautiful burst getting Troop out of the combo, and now it's just a case of that wonderful Scorpion Tail looming over Vine.
Alright.
Okay, so I have won 3-0. So
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Trigger has to now skedaddle and get out of the caster's box.
Well, thank you, Trigger, for showing up.
I lost it.
You should come back for more games. You should come back for more games at some point, right? Because we live in a beautiful, yummy world, and we need more beautiful, yummy players.
You will come back if Troop wins this game.
Hey, absolutely.
Exactly.
Just ping me or some shit.
Yeah, we'll ping you.
Yeah, we will send a dove to your house with a letter.
Yeah. I'll remember to wait 3 to 5 business days. Have a good one, y'all.
Yeah, that's how long this match will take. People, this is on stream.
Yeah.
Quick, so Octo is saying this is on stream. Say something quirky.
Octo's on stream.
Octo's on
Have you
stream?
considered?
Octo's in the actual lobby talking to the players, as it is going to be Vine going up for a beautiful vertical slash, trying to get that air momentum, just kind of obviously abuse Wizard's biggest shortfall, which is its air ability, right? Ninja, did I say Wizard Ninja? I don't know. It's a Cowboy v Ninja game. I'm very tired. I just had to burp off of Mike because I just ate a cheese sandwich too quickly. It's a wonderful day for hustle. Now, my main issue with this sort of game is that I always just assume that a Troop's tail has a hitbox. Right? I just completely assume that Vine's going to kill themselves when they smack into that. Thankfully, it's incorporeal, which is what a good thing for us.
Okay, funniest thing about this, maybe it was destiny that maybe I was supposed to lose that rock paper scissors game. My Yomi hustle is actually frozen on the first frame of the game, so I believe I'm actually forced to exit the game entirely and try and reset.
That's all good because we have
so
it
I'm gonna
streamed on OBS. Yeah, don't worry about it. Just do that. Exit, go back in. We have the game set up in OBS. OBS has this fucked up thing where whenever I change to a scene that is playing Yomi Hustle, for some fucking reason, it just immediately crashes my game. Do I know why this happens? No. Is it because there's a cruel god laughing down at me? Probably, yes. We've got no clue.
Oh, and the top 8 lobby has now been filled, unfortunately. Wow. I am forced to watch the stream I'm currently commentating on. This truly is the worst...
Now, I think it froze for me too. Tragedy. I think it froze for me too. Because I've just pressed R and we've just seen a massive increase in the game. We've seen a huge change in the game. With Vine taking a really good hit onto Troop and now really getting ahead with a wonderful combo as Troop is behind with no burst. And thankfully the game is ticking on as normal. The game I think has recovered from its little hiccup. And I'm sorry we didn't see so much of that fantastic combo, because now it is just pressure on pressure for Vine.
Vine, I believe, is actually in a good situation here.
You really?
If the audience doesn't know this, you actually take more damage if you have Sadness. So this combo will actually do a lot more damage than what would normally happen, and it also does DOT. So wow. Troop is in a very bad situation right now, especially against Vine, right? Sadness takes away all your meter, you take more damage, you take DOT damage. Yeah, all around this is very bad for Troop. And I think Vine will actually clutch this.
I mean, the health bar is just ticking down at this point. Already doing about half Troop's health, right? Or at least their remaining health. And the combo will just probably continue from this point on. I don't see it,
it
stopping anytime soon.
we may be able to see actually a 7K combo from Cowboy.
On
That might be
Cowboy in the
possible
year
with this combo.
2023? No
Yeah,
way.
in this day and age,
In this day and age, in this year, in this time, in this era.
in this economy,
Oh. Cowboy mains, rise up. We have been mistreated for far too long. And the combo just keeps going. A bit of a restamp we're going to see here as Vine just continues the combo on the ground. And we've already seen such incredible damage come through. And I mean, the gun throw is going to just, I think, eventually smack its way on into Troop and just keep things going. Unless, of course, you send yourself upwards, in which case it's going nowhere near anybody. But
that might have actually been a mistake on Vine's side. He could have pommeled and maybe stayed on the ground for a better combo that leads to the wall. But unfortunately, I am not a Cowboy main. I've only pocketed Cowboy, so I don't really have good information about this topic. Vine is actually 6 minutes down on Troop, who plays naturally fast. But the problem is that most of that is during a combo, which is worth losing time for.
exactly,
So
and plus
all around,
Troop
I think Vine is
basically.
in, like,
I mean,
much
if
better
we're looking at the health lead right now, Troop is being stupid faster, right? There is no benefit at this point. This may just be an absolute smackaroonie from Vine. I think, ooh, yeah, might lose the combo here. Again, I'm not the expert, but ooh, yeah, this is nearly 7K, isn't it? At what point do you just pack up and go home?
I believe Vine is going to go for a finisher with his Unidrop, or actually get in a better combo because he does actually bounce off against the wall.
I mean, this is what I think we're seeing great, but with a great thing about Vine's combos is that Vine just has options, is a thing. Vine has shown themselves, I think, in the neutral last game, obviously suffered quite a bit, but in this game, showing why they're such a good cowboy, and that's because the options they have in neutral are absolutely fantastic, as they send that gun throw in from 1,000,000 years ago, from 1,000,000 miles away, finally landing in the top bins of the stage to just slam into Troop's entire ballsack. Goodness. I'm not one to say it's Jova when the game is yet done, but it's feeling pretty Jova.
Yeah, this feels very final. Technically, Troop could make a comeback as Vine fumbles on timer, but I do believe this might be over him with him. Like, he's in the air as Ninja. It's like he's gonna be forced to use air options.
Yeah, and this is the great weakness of Ninja, is that if somebody can finish you in the air with a combo, I mean, even getting down is such a task. The 7-minute ahead time bank just doesn't really matter, you know? You're going to be burning options here as you try and head down to the ground, and it just isn't going to be a fun time for you. You have entered the bullet hell of pressure. Ooh, but it's a very, very good thing. They just drop down immediately, speedy weedy, as they rocket towards the floor. If this game had full damage, Troop would be a dead man walking. Thankfully, it's Yummy Hustle, so.
Speaking of games currently that are playing, for some reason Turbo's computer isn't really functioning with start.gg, so he can't actually he can't actually check into his matches, so the tournament organizers are forced to do it for him.
Okay.
But he is actually, Turbo Rada is actually fighting against Plebism right now.
Okay.
I believe that'd be an interesting one to check, but we are finishing this round, and it is very interesting.
As far as we know, we are finishing it. Not to make any big assumptions, but I mean, this is a tough game to win if you're Troop.
I don't know why Vine did lasso there. What were they seeing?
It's called a big penis maneuver. I wouldn't expect a Wizard Bench to sound.
Are they just gonna? They're just gonna hold. You can block. You can parry it. Like it's a very large parry window for lasso. I don't think it's very safe for Vine right now to hold. Is this like a 50-50 situation?
It's certainly something. Is it possible to
Uh,
remove the chat in game? I mean, why would you want to miss this
yeah, press minus.
this beautiful player commentary from Triggers? You know, it's just me or neither of you have any meter. Well, I thought they actually 10 bars, but looking now it's 0, so I wasn't quite sure of that. And that's the kind of
You
amazing. That's
actually,
an amazing insight you get from Yomi players.
still trying to get in the lobby.
Yeah, as Galaxy tries to break into the lobby, Vine countering his run forward with a beautiful, beautiful gun throw. And now it's just a case of, I mean, again, it is the space controlled. Vine going -1, obviously, here. Pops the block, probably doesn't need to, right? And now it's a case of just, I mean, this is about as even gets. I'd, of course, always favour Troop in this position, right? Right in Vine's face, +1. Ninja can take that +1 and turn it into an absolute mile of pressure and damage. However, I mean, again, this match has been so one-sided so far. We're not making any guarantees.
Yeah, he's now in a block string, unfortunately. No way to get out of it naturally, so he's forced to take damage.
Exactly. I mean, no real easy answer here, right? I think if you're Vine, you're a player that sells under pressure. This is like, I don't know what your plan is.
Well, Vine has a lot of options they can pick that are completely free. For example, they can just continue combo. They can do Stinger. They can do Vert Slash. There's a lot of options they can do offensively that Troop just can't respond to because the gun throw.
Welcome to the pressure machine. It is nice and it is clean. The ninja mains are here to say, ninja win match every day. Unless they block a stupid thing. And now it is -1 again.
Taking a lot of time for this specific turn. It's taken at least 30 seconds.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't even know what the...
Interesting what Vine is actually anticipating in this situation.
Vine is clawing at the walls in their room with stress.
Probably. They have a good footing. If they just don't mess up in this specific spot, trying to get Troop down to 0 health, I believe they have it set in stone.
And does get that bit of block string pressure immediately, hitting that with a good response, keeping the pressure up. I mean, you can be happy with your Vine right now, escaping the huge frame disadvantage you had. Not huge, but present.
The top 8 lobby is still not open.
Can we start executing people who enter the top 8 lobby who aren't
Please execute the random person in the lobby.
Please kill them with sticks and guns.
I am very sad. I'm gaining depression. I'm getting sadness in real life. I have no block options.
Yeah. If you attacked Galaxy in real life right now, they would literally instantly die. That is how fucked the combo scaling has gotten.
Very interesting situation here. Vine choosing to go for spot dodge instead of a offensive option, trying to see some kind of offensive plan from Troop in order to get out of the block string. Unfortunately, this leaves us back into square one, where neither side has a specific advantage or not.
Ooh, and it is just a wonderful read from Troop, wrenching the game back into their hands and proving to everybody that this is no longer a one-sided affair. Straight into the ankles, straight into the penis. Vine is now in a beautiful combo as the Skull Shaker comes out. We may see an absolute beautiful burst here. God knows we will, God knows we won't, right? It is up to the forces of nature, not us.
I think Troop blocks here. Oh, he does grapple. He's got a combo with Stender, I believe, if he does pull Nunchuck.
Absolutely, yeah, exactly as we see. Pull, Nunchuck, still carrying that momentum to go in, keeping it decently burst safe so far. But you know Vine is sitting there, holding that burst button deep in their hands.
Like they are thirsting for an opportunity to press that burst button as fast as they can. I believe this is a good
they are thirsting for
50-50 with DI.
Legit, what problem do you have with the word penis? We'll say it 100 more times. This is our favorite word. It's on. I got.
I would also like to say that not a lot of people like you to say words similar to some that you speak often.
Penis. What? If you got a problem with me saying penis, you can. I mean, I guess I just send you a message. Really, just saying like you're saying penis. I'll probably stop saying penis. But do know that you occupy a small space in my mind for the rest of my life. One that is.
Also,
fearful.
I want to talk that Troop has actually managed to make a 4,500 combo as Ninja against Cowboy, and even more so to say, Vine is 10 minutes behind on Troop.
Good gravy.
That is a death sentence in competitive gameplay.
I mean, essentially,
especially against Ninja, like who after like Troop after this combo will most likely have a boost.
Absolutely.
So not having time to check all your options will probably mean a death sentence for you. I believe he can combo off this with kick, but I'm not too sure. I can't check. If only somebody who is spectating the game right now could check if kick hit. Unfortunately, he drops combo, but only in an advantageous position.
I mean, God knows. This is... I mean, this reeks of potential. This reeks of potential. Look at this. But a gold burst, yeah, that is, in my mind, just a proper maneuver there. Get that space, get that meter, get that small resource advantage, and really give yourself some breathing room.
Yeah, Vine really wants to go on the backtrack now that they're close to timer, and Troop now has burst. No, not burst, boost. Gonna go for the draw. I don't believe Troop can actually predict any move because he is too far up. Oh, he's going for the substitute and temporal round.
Oogity boogity. I mean, this could be a bad situation for either people. Probably for Troop, all things considered. Obviously getting a bit ranged out here, right? But I mean,
Troop is right next to a bolt. Like, it's just being hit by a temporal round right now, and also is next to a foresight. Not exactly the best situation for them. I do not. And they cannot dash forwards because that is being covered by shift right now. Vine has an easy option to go back down and continue the offensive in terms of block strings right now, but I believe they might try to stinger. Okay, no, Troop had a way to get out with it, just dash forward 100. Ninja, as everybody knows, is extremely fast, so he can basically avoid most attacks from the air simply just by running forward.
Yeah, and if you're Troop, you're just looking for that perfect opening. You need a big combo here. If you can get that big combo in this scenario while Vine is down a burst, you can probably even the game up between you and Vine. But, I mean, it's just finding that space to get in. That's it.
It's also good to note that Troop actually has two very good boosts. He has a 19.31 boost and a 16.8 boost. Honestly, this could go either way since he has so much momentum available at hand.
Obviously, also Vine just harvesting the meter here. Harvesting the meter, getting that up. Right, good parry.
Yeah, I feel like Vine needs to go for getting 3 meter in order to use Lightning Slice. Both of them block, anticipating an offensive move in this scenario. Unfortunately, both of them are competitive players, so offensive isn't a word in their dictionary. I'm gonna go get some water. I'm tired.
I mean, I think in this point, lose is a word that both players are feeling unfamiliar with. This game is absolutely just reeking of potential. Either one could get in, either one could make this game happen. Obviously, a substitute option here could get in directly behind Vine, but, I mean, you can't stay there, ultimately. If you stay in the air, that is a gun throw going directly for your dick and balls, and you just do not want that to connect. Vine does swoop and Troop upwards, immediately up in the air, as Troop does look for that wonderful block, but I mean, now it's just distance created between the two players. Really huge distance, something that obviously Vine is going to want a bit more than Troop. A little bit more, a little bit nicer, a little bit more freedom. But, I mean, again, we may see this game go on for a very, very long time yet.
Yeah, I'm rather confused on why Vine actually did that. It doesn't really give Vine a lot of advantages. He gains a lot of sadness from going all the way up there, and also cannot hit Troop at that range, even if he doesn't block.
I mean,
Maybe he was
maybe it's just a
anticipating.
confidence issue. Maybe it's saying, "Hey, I'm not really feeling confident right now. I got to get away from you. Right? I got to hold up here."
Yeah, but the problem is, I don't believe Vine can actually stall for 2,000 frames. Even if they have
Vine
health
is
lead, I
built a
don't
little
believe
bit
that was the.
different. Vine is built just a little bit different.
Perhaps they were trying to. They're trying to. Oh, and there's a. Oh my God.
Oh goodness!
That was the hardest read of all
Hardest
time.
read and just grazes them with it. Pixel
I believe this is
perfect
Jover.
spacing. Unless, I mean, you're gonna see a burst here. You're gonna see a good burst come out.
Wait, no, it's actually Jover.
It's a burst safe.
No, because this is a burst save combo.
Exactly, yeah,
and
burst safe. Not gonna be able to burst it. It's over.
This
As
might
Vine,
it
after
might
a
be
bit of a
done.
difficult defeat in the first game, is gonna
Oh,
be
wait,
able
no.
to. Oh wait, no, but it's a little bit stupid. Yeah, look at the spacing on that. There's no guarantees.
Just
There's
for
no
the audience to
surprises.
know, that was the that lightning slice was the last time Troop could ever safely burst and actually get out of the combo in this game. I believe that Vine is now safe to do all the damage they need to win.
Exactly, yeah. And I mean, a burst might come out here, but too little, too late. One would think. Never mind.
Oh, but Vine
Never mind,
actually
everybody.
drops the combo, and
That's the only
Troop
house
gets
everyone.
away with another move.
That's
I
over.
believe Troop wants to go for an offensive move here, and except he's going to set up and actually go for and try and go for like a steady comeback. There is 1,800 frames left in the game, so I believe it is possible. But unfortunately, his shuriken gets eaten up by gun throw.
Yeah.
He can't really approach now because of the gun throw
And he's
hitbox.
also just hanging on at death's door at this point. I mean, there is nothing simple about what's coming back.
Oh my god! Oh my god! The lobby's open. Finally.
Thank God.
I can
as Galaxy makes
commentate.
the wonderful, wonderful return into the lobby, and Troop might be making a wonderful, wonderful return back into the realm of non-existence. Goodness. Comeback time, says Meme Hill. Meme Hill, probably not, but we can pray. We can hope.
I believe this game is actually close to its completion. We might be seeing a win
You're
from either
kidding me.
sides anytime
You're
soon.
kidding me. You're saying the game might be close to its completion?
Yeah. Okay, Troop is at 180 HP.
Oh.
Vine is on timer, right? And Troop has a 7-minute lead, right?
I had no way of knowing.
Either one side is going to get a lucky offensive position in the situation, and I believe it'll be either Troop or Vine.
Yeah, I mean,
And
absolutely,
Troop,
we're gonna
just
see.
to say, Troop has 19 boosts in his arsenal. He can use that at any
you
time,
have that
and it's
just locked
completely
up.
lights out for Vine. At least a 3K or 2K combo.
I'll be honest. I saw the values that I was in Troop's kind of stored boost there, and I thought for some reason the game was displaying Troop's IP address.
Oh my god, that's
Oh!
the sticky bomb.
And it's exactly as
Boost.
we said.
Oh my God,
Boost
he's
on him,
balling.
gets the sticking bomb off, and the comeback is looking ever more possible day by day.
As the saying goes, they never really expected Troop to do that. They never expected the Spanish Inquisition. Now all Troop needs to do is get lucky with the sticky bomb explosion and hopefully get a free. Oh wait, but no, it's getting frame killed by Vine walking forwards. He can't really do anything offensive yet. He needs to get in. I also forgot to mention he has a 25 boost now. He's 25 boost.
Goodness, that is just.
He's
the
going to go
world at your
across the
feet.
stage
This is the
in a second.
Ronaldinho of fucking Oyomi Hustle. Goodness gracious.
And you can actually call out the draw here with drop kick boost upwards. That's how crazy this the boost he has right now.
Yeah, goodness. I mean, there is just so much you have here. This is what Ninja excels at. The absolute pressure of this scenario.
Oh yeah, he can actually do boost here. Free cancel for drop kick and try and boost that, but I don't think he will. That's just wasting resources he doesn't need to waste. All around, I do believe that Troop will actually win this in the long run. If he just doesn't get hit by a gun right here and get chipped to death, I believe he will win in the long run. He does still have 5 minutes ahead of Vine, who's still on
Still
timer.
has that one resource waiting, but I mean, yeah, you can't even block at this point. The chip is just coming through.
Believe Vine will try and Vine actually trying to go for the parry here, but I believe that is kind of worthless on his part. Unfortunately, I don't think Troop can do anything to contest this besides a meaty.
Exactly. I mean, it's just.
Oh, he can actually boost directly forward and try and catch this and trying to catch Vine off guard, but I don't believe that'll happen.
Do we see some big bold maneuvers here? That's my question.
Oh.
I think we may have to.
Troop substitutes and avoids the gun. He's now in the middle of air and right on top of Vine. Vine has to be careful about what he does. He tries and blocks, tries to predict an offensive option, but it doesn't happen. Unfortunately, Troop is now stuck in the 50-50 of backslashes, and he's forced to either...
At this point, I'm backslash, I'm upward swipe, and I'm impale. The anti-air brothers. Goodness gracious. You don't want to be in the air too long with your Troop. It's a necessary substitute in just to get the pressure off, but... Ishi weeshi. You don't want to be there too long. Oh, goodness. Okay. I mean, at this point, you're still just expecting for Vine to take the lead, right? You just need one straight hit and you're in. I think Galaxy may have died, everybody. I think Galaxy
no, I'm just drinking water. What's going on?
Oh, yeah, no, Galaxy. Yeah, Vine won.
Oh, Vine won?
No, I'm fucking with you.
Wait. But Troop has actually gotten a combo off of Skull Shaker
Troop
boost.
does come in as soon
Very
as I say that
unfortunate
and gets that wonderful hit on Divine.
Will he boost? Will he burst here, though? I believe he won't burst here. Vine is very safe here. He can just wait for the combo to end, and he will certainly not. We're gonna see the chuck. We're gonna see the nunchuck up.
I mean, again, I think you say you won't burst here. I think it isn't out of the question completely. But, I mean, if you're Troop, you're feeling better and better by the moment. This is not an impossible game for you. This is very, very winnable. What seemed like a trip to death's door and ringing the doorbell of non-existence has turned into an absolute masterclass of a comeback. The composure on Troop has been second to none.
I believe he drops. He needs to do a boost to extend this combo. Oh, and he gets a kickoff.
Once this combo ends, do you think it's me, Vine, or Troop? That's the question. Because reasonably, we are in a last shot scenario, right? One more big hit, any big hit will just end the game. I think if you're Troop, you can play the man advantage really, really well, right? And that's why I'm confident that if Troop can get a big damage here, I think we will see Troop win.
We have the combo extender coming from Skull Shaker. He's forced to go into burst range to extend this combo. Oh, and he's gonna drop combo from He's gonna drop combo from jump kick. Unfortunate for Troop here. He's gonna go for the 50-50 with free cancel.
But not terribly unfortunate because reasonably all you need is just one more big hit from either player. Again, there's a difference in health here. There's by the order of over 1,000. But ultimately, when it comes down to a last hit
oh my gosh, the grab!
The grab comes through. Even more Oki gonna happen. A meaty might happen. Frame advantages. Again, Ninja can get an inch and take a while. Take a mile. I swapped the M with a W, I flipped on its head, and that's exactly what's happening with this game. It's been flipped on its head entirely. Distance created the roll coming through, just creating that good distance, and now it's Vine up in the air, really wants to finish this game. Again, the time has just been an issue for Vine. I think as we said before, as the pressure went on and the timer went down, things became very, very difficult in this game for Vine. But at the same time,
Vine trying to manipulate gun throw.
Yeah, Troops
making a different hitbox so Troops avoid it.
Yeah, creating that box of damage, that slowly closing cage.
Speaking of other games that went on, I know we're in a very cool spot in this game so far, but Mello actually won his game against Giga, so he goes on to Grand Finals.
Wow,
and we wait for losers to finish.
What a day that is for Mello. What a day that is for one of the greats of Yomi Hustle. Finally getting that really big tournament result. And now it's just one game to go until it's all over. Oh, goodness. Okay. Still not quite out of the fire yet. Again, we could see either Troop or Vine go forward. It is absolutely undecided. Still. These players, again, I'm happy we've seen such good performances because they can both go to Olympus as qualified players. Right now, it's just a case of who's going to make that top slot, who's going to be the
Vine is actually in a very bad situation right now. 45 sadness in the air, 1 air option, no free cancels, 0 super against Ninja, who has 16 boost right now. And of like above all, it's actually Troop we're talking about here. So, and Vine is going to reach sadness. Troop has to do nothing in this situation, and he will actually be able to win if Vine actually procs sadness.
I agree. I mean,
it's a very bad situation for Vine here. Vine at 69 sadness. He's actually going to get sadness next turn. This is very bad for him. He has to make a comeback
Vine
or walk forward right
now. Get aggressive, get those shots in, put it up against Troop. If Troop can win this game, it will be the greatest comeback in all of Yomi history. From the bottom of the barrel, dodges the lightning slice, and now it's you.
And he's going 74 sadness. This is going to be close, guys. He's Vine's about to reach sadness and about to have the DOT applied, and he'll be eventually be forced to engage with Ninja and have no free cancel. He's reached sadness, no whiff cancel.
Cancel goes in. Vine, I think the pressure just absolutely getting to him at this point. There is no guarantees.
It's over.
Surprises,
it's over.
But it's over. The impale happens. And it just literally isn't enough in this scenario. The roll goes through, the impale looking for it, and the wonderful Skull Shaker puts a finish, puts a box, puts a wrapper, puts a bow on one of the greatest comeback stories of all time. Look at how one-sided this was for the entire game. Look at how one-sided it was, till one grab comes through, a single combo, and then an absolute masterclass of pressure to wrench the game away from Vine's hands. That is a deserved win for Troop. Obviously a big read at the end with the impale, not really what you want in that scenario, as Troop obviously just gets away, gets that big combo in, and finishes the game off. Do we want to get Troop in for an interview?
We could get Troop for an interview. He is very good at talking about his game approach and the like.
Absolutely. We'll tap Troop interview. Troop says, "I'm telling my children about this."
Honestly, yeah, this is one of the times in Yomi Hustle history where Troop has actually peaked in the tournament.
Exactly.
This is looking up for a very interesting losers run with Turbo Troop here, but unfortunately he still has to go against Plebism, Giga, and above all Mello twice for a losers reset.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough time. It's going to be a tough way through. I mean, oh, okay. We will pause things briefly as some moderators deal with a couple of things happening in the server. Okay. Hi everyone, hi chat. We're just going to go very briefly back to our beautiful, beautiful desk. Again, not entirely foolish. Here is the wonderful, wonderful Galaxy still with me.
Yeah, I'm here. Hi, what's up?
Hello. Galaxy is also here. As we are going to, just maybe take a quick pause.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So everyone, yeah, we're gonna take a quick pause as some TOs look at something happening in the server. We will be right back to this wonderful, wonderful game as soon as that is done, right? And we will move on to the next match once we have that figured out. Okay, so we will be. Do we have a back soon? Do I even have a back soon page? Huh. I forgot. Here it is. All right, we will be back very, very soon. See you in about 2 minutes. Bye bye. And we are back very briefly as we, it seems like TOs have resolved the issue that's happening. Galaxy, are you still there, or have you got any like cheese sandwiches?
Yeah, I'm still here. Are we
Go
going
to-
to get Troop into the interview?
Wunderbar. How many people do we have watching right now? I've got no clue.
We currently have about 30 people watching.
Wow. Wow. Mello, I still need the role where I can drag people in. I can't. I need it very badly.
All right, Troop's coming. Troop's coming.
Hello, Troop.
Troop.
Hello,
Hello.
Troop. Welcome. Big
Disregarding
comeback
that issue at the end that we're not going to talk about.
Did not happen.
game.
Didn't happen. Black history. Anyways, no, that's not what I meant. Anyways,
Two
how?
comebacks at 1
Yeah,
HP.
that
this
comeback.
tourney.
That's crazy.
10 HP then 180 HP. Oh.
How are you thinking
just-
about like your game plan and going into that? And going into that.
I started just waiting and letting him out, like, think himself. There were, like, times when I just spent, like, 5 moves just hitting wait. Except for that one time when I hustled and he hit me with a drop down because I was trolling.
I understand. Okay, hey, so, I mean, right now...
I didn't think he would impale there. That was surprising me. I'm guessing the time just got to him or he just needed to make that extra move. I thought I would, like, we were gonna play, like, another minute or so out of footsies.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
surprised I got the
why
combos
do you
off.
think you came out ahead in that game? Do you think, right?
What do I what?
Why do you think you came out ahead in that game? What do you think is the big reason?
I started playing safe at the end, very safe at the end, and he kind of just psyched himself out because of time. Also, that 10-minute lead helped a lot on that comeback.
Which, I mean, what do you think this
I
says
would-
about the current state of Ninja in the Ninja v Cowboy matchup? I mean, what do you think right now is just that optimal counterplay for Ninja? Obviously, some ninjas advocate playing safe, some saying more with, boost abuse, right? What do you think is just the biggest thing that you have right now in terms of tools?
I don't know because I enjoy playing the cowboy matchup as Ninja. It's my favorite one out of all of them, and I feel like it's more towards Ninja because closing the gap is a lot easier, and they have to spend half the time guessing if you're gonna boost, if you're not gonna boost, if you're gonna block here. And half of the time, cowboys don't go for the guard break even when you're blocking, and you can also just set the block to guessing it, and it will cover most of their options.
Yeah, honestly, in
The
my
only
opinion.
thing, like,
Oh, sorry.
no, go ahead.
I was just about to say, when we saw that you got like 219 boosts, right? I was like, oh my god, Troop has like so much like materials and like resources that he can actually threaten, right? And then when you got a 25 boost, and I'm like, oh my god, it's over for Vine.
I think the highest I've gone was like a 34 before. The 25 was insane though, getting that there. Being able to cover so much ground with that sticky bomb as well when he kept blocking, once I saw he was blocking a lot, once he blocked like 3 times when he was ahead, I like wanted to wait for a while. I was planning to do the sticky bomb. I was just gonna wait for a bit because I saw how safe he was playing and he wouldn't expect the boost sticky bomb.
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
just with that game, just making incredible reads, having fantastic composure, I think you can be proud of that game. You can be proud of what you've won, right? And now, as you go forward,
I'm very not proud of that sadness at the beginning though. I
Yeah,
hate
that's okay.
substitution.
To be fair though, both of you were like struggling with sadness the entire game. Like, I feel like this is just an apt time to discuss about our opinions about sadness.
Please make substitute not to give us so much sadness. I beg of you.
Please
I do it
remove
3
substitute.
times and
I
I'm
mean,
70.
I know people were complaining about sadness being really strong, like for most characters. But yeah, the system kind of sucks how it's implemented right now. I've realized, like, a lot of times when you were getting sadness, right? It was just you playing like naturally, right? And then when you like reach sadness, you have to like instantly go forward, or else you like die and explode.
Yeah, I still don't know how to get off of sadness when I have it.
Um,
Other
I
than
feel
like
like
getting hit or hitting.
maybe if we, this is gonna sound very like struggling for Ivy. I know we're like looking into it, right? And that Ivy has a lot of stuff on his like has a lot of stuff on his plate with
yeah,
like
but I pay $5,
making
which means I
mutant,
get to
right?
make unlimited demands the rest of my life.
Yeah, but like Ivy's making like mutant at the same like, and after that he's making ranked, right? But
He
I feel
is?
like yeah, he is.
Ooh, baby.
He
Well,
said that
we
okay,
just need this
so
server's ranked, honestly. Best rank system.
yeah,
That was
he
when
might
ranked
not
was
need
the
to make
best, when
ranked
it was in a
anymore.
Discord server.
Yeah. Because like the bot is pretty good. But I was just about to say that making a tutorial has always, and like for the game itself, has always been on the bench.
Yeah.
But I
then
mean,
how
like
do
in
you
my
make a
opinion, I feel
tutorial
like
for frame kills, you know?
yeah, in my opinion, like Yomi Hustle is so complicated for like someone beginning, right? Is a bit complicated. How would you make that in like outside of a video format?
I It's like the same with League of Legends though. They have such a terrible tutorial for new player that you need someone else to teach you the game or watch a ton of YouTube videos just to get a base understanding of the game and then the meta that's ever changing with current patches as well.
Yeah.
That you can't really, even if you do make a tutorial, you're gonna need to like direct. It would be better to direct people towards informational videos by the community.
Yeah, I
Like,
believe even like the little question mark on the top left of the corner of the screen is still outdated.
people,
So-
I
Yeah,
doubt people.
it's
I don't think
outdated.
people even look at that.
Still, yeah, that's why we commentate the shitty game, is because it's absolutely wonderful. Anyway, on to the next matches. We have a couple of good matches coming up, or I think actually just one. It might just be, if I'm looking at the bracket correctly, which I probably am not, it'll be Troop versus, I believe it's Turbo.
Yeah, Turbo won Plebism, went against Plebism, so we're just waiting for the bracket to start.
Absolutely, yeah. So, Troop,
So-
you better skedaddle. You better get out of here, right? Go
bye.
play a wonderful, wonderful game against Turbo, as we will see you soon.
Thank you, thank you.
Also, I also agreed that if Troop were to win, I would hand over the commentator position to Trigger.
Trigger.
So we're
That
going
is wonderful.
to add them right about now
comment.
to get into Caster's box.
Yeah. If you want, actually, if you'd be interested, we could bring Trigger in. I could mute myself for a bit and just take a quick break. If you wanted to cast, I'm happy to do either way. Chat, tell us, do we want Galaxy Troop, or do we want... No, sorry, Galaxy Trigger, or do we want Galaxy Foolish? Sorry, no, Trigger Foolish. Words, fucking hell.
I mean, actually, taking Foolish out of the commentating position, I wouldn't mind that so far. I'm just saying.
Can somebody get me this guy's home address? Can somebody get me this guy's facial scan? Can we get me this guy's social security number?
I am unreadable. You cannot find me. Foolish.
This guy's mother's maiden name. This guy's home address. This guy's like fucking favorite food. The street this guy grew up on. Name his first pet.
Galaxy Trigger.
Galaxy Trigger. We're gonna.
That would be the worst. That would be the worst commentator position. One of the people in the room hates Cowboy, and the other one really hates Wizard. Like all of it would just be biased. None of it would be like unbiased opinions.
Absolutely. Well, if I can get the ability to drag Trigger in, which I want so badly.
I think Trigger's doing something right now. I don't think they know that they can get into Caster's box right now.
Who's texting me? Fucking hell. This is awful. Oh, my life's so hard. Stop texting me.
I'm gonna add Trigger maybe 2 more times, see if they get in.
Everyone get into general and protocol server and tag Trigger. Okay?
Don't do that.
Everyone do it. If you're reading this stream, you go right now and you
don't do that.
You tag Trigger, okay?
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Stop it. Stop it.
Do it.
Stop it. Mello is literally telling you not to do it. Do not at Trigger.
What was an issue last time?
Please, do not listen to this bully. Okay? He is not a good person. Okay. I tried.
When did I do it before?
When did you do it? I feel like you did it like... Was it like a protocol tournament? It probably wasn't. Since we don't really commentate on this.
Yeah, I've done one protocol.
It was last qualifier.
Yeah.
Giga, my run was yesterday. I don't know what you're on about. Oh, me commentating? I think I had a good run. Yeah,
did I have everyone tag Royce? That's fine. No, me and Royce are buddies.
Oh, tag Royce? I'm fine with that. Hold on.
When everyone tagged Royce, that was A-okay.
Yeah, but that's Royce. That's Royce. That's the Royce bracket.
The Royce bracket. That's the Royce
originator of Royce DI.
We jacket.
Also, I don't believe Trigger is going to get in. Octo is begging to be put into the commentator position.
Literally begging, hands and knees.
Honestly, that'd be pretty funny. I would watch that. I would definitely watch that. Yeah, Melo's putting Octo in.
Melo, I need mod perms so I can drag people in. No,
Melo can do it. It's fine. Get Hunter in. Yeah, the Hunter commentary will go so hard. He'll buy a microphone specifically for this. Just get everybody in the VC. That's true. Unfortunately, I do actually. I'm kind of tired of talking. Like my voice is a bit hoarse.
A bit hoarse.
I'm not used to this much commentary.
And now everyone can laugh. Everyone laughs. Do it now. Everyone laugh. In chat, say ha ha ha. I think we will not be getting anybody. We will not be getting anybody until until for a little bit.
Okay, Octo's coming. Is he? Mello, hello?
I have to cast with 2
Mello,
lanes in
can we speed it up a bit? I don't think we're gonna be missing anything.
No, I think
Turbo versus Troop hasn't started yet. No, so. All right. Octo, just gotta say, you're like my bet to win the actual invitational. Trust.
Don't guess me up. Don't gas me up.
I know,
Like, it's
I
awesome.
know,
It could happen.
you're
It could happen.
my
It could
bet
happen.
to go missing in the woods in 3 days.
Anyways,
Okay,
guys.
my
Keep going.
bet is Turbo sweeps this. This is what matters.
Really?
Turbo sweeps this. I'm gassing my boy Turbo up.
Gotcha. Well, now it is me and Octo in the box, and also Trigger is here. Okay, well now it's Trigger, Octo, and me in the box. Good gravy.
Hey.
Hello, hello.
Somehow the ratio of players has not changed.
Really?
Serious.
I mean, what's even left at this point? I mean, so we have about 3 matches to go, all in all, right? Turbo v Troop. Then whoever wins that plays Giga. Whoever wins that is going to play against Mello in the grand finals of this tournament. I'm guessing Turbo's going to sweep this. We don't even know right now, right? Do we?
Turbo sweep. Turbo sweep.
Turbo sweep. Turbo sweep.
I'm hoping for a troop sweep, you know.
Troop? Nah. Troop
Hoping.
is a real G, but Turbo, he needs this. He needs this almost as much as I need it.
Absolutely. Well, you guys should start playing your matches then. You guys start playing your matches, Turbo and Troop.
Hop on Yomi Hustle.
Hop on Yomi Hustle. We see you in the lobby. We're going to start like literally slamming at the doors.
Dude, could you imagine if the tournament players played in the tournament? That would be fucking crazy.
What do you mean play? I'm assuming that's in quotation marks.
What would you play? We all just sit
Yeah.
around and play like soccer league in Discord or something like that.
Maybe, yeah. I mean,
Well,
there's not much
we
to
play
say about
Yomi
Yomi that
Hustle.
we don't already know.
Yeah, let's just handshake connect 4 at this point. Who cares even?
True.
That's
man.
an HIO classic.
It's not even itch.io. That's modern protocol actually.
It's like it's cultural.
I think we may be starting, and we may just barely be starting.
Might start.
Yeah.
I'm not going to play you, Philippe Soff. I'm a caster. I don't have time for that.
Hey,
Oh,
we got a
there
Turbo
we go.
versus ooh.
Oh, and now the game is going and starting, so we can go and
Ooh.
spectate. Turbo
Ooh, the Turbo
V
Jobot.
Troop, the Turbo Jobot coming in hot, and I
Let's
am
go.
going
Ooh.
to very briefly mute myself.
RPS, right into RPS, honestly.
Oh, and I'm not even streaming it, so I'm gonna go to the scene. Oops, daisies. And my
Okay.
game, this happens
Gotta
every time. My
really nice
game
frame
crashes
kill.
immediately whenever I switch to the streaming it. I don't know why.
Oh, yay! Turbo is fucking okay, and they're both boring. Never mind. They
look
both
extremely
went for
boring.
the throw.
I'm sorry,
They're lame.
stream. My
They're
life is
lame.
really difficult, it turns out.
Troop seems to wait a lot. I'm not sure what that's for.
I'm not sure. I mean, it's not necessarily a bad thing, like, but I can kind of understand where he's coming from. Like, okay, your opponent is setting up, but it's too late to stop their setup, and you don't really want to show them where you're going, so he can aim the bomb. But like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, makes sense.
Not many people do that. Let's see how it works out for him. Especially Ninja Pre.
Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh, that's
gonna
rough.
hurt.
That's rough, buddy.
That's
You're
gonna hurt.
you're gonna explode. You're about to explode.
Going for the uppercut. That's ballsy. Uppercut, very strong RPS too. However, very risky.
This is
now
not
that
great.
blocking is good, you kind of just get smoked through it if it gets blocked.
Extension's pretty difficult though.
Can he extend at all? Oh, he does have the backwards
Fly
sword,
back flip. Yeah.
but that's weird. I'm not
Really
sure if that will-
janky extension, but it is an extension. And it's a
I'm
zero
not-
operation combo, so.
Yeah, I don't see anything else. However, that would be I mean, it's still damage, but I don't see the follow-up. Oh, he got Loic just in time.
Yeah,
But he actually
Loic
can follow up. The coming through the goat.
can in fact explode the
This is a
opponent.
bunch of damage that is completely unburstable. Oh,
Does lose the DI 50/50.
he couldn't really burst any of this as well. This is rough. This is very rough. At this point, Troop is probably thinking that it's too far into the combo to even bother bursting. Yeah, and the combo ends anyway. At the chunky Turbo having a chunky life lead. Keep in mind that Robot has like a damage reduction, so that life lead is even bigger than what it looks like.
Yeah. We're getting a chance to look at some pretty janky Robot Oki actually. But
He's hitting them with that jank. That's what I said. Into the drive. The Ryan Gosling special.
he does in fact drive.
He has been known to drive.
I mean,
Let's see what he
honestly,
goes
expecting
for.
clutch here.
Clutch is a very scary option, but on it, you could also make the case. You could also make the case that it's so strong that that's the only thing you would play around.
Clutch is
Yeah.
it's just so unbelievably powerful. I think I believe Troop was -1, which means that uppercut wouldn't beat it. Backsway would get, I think, hit because the lingering hitbox. It's just really, really powerful. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah, and it leads into combo if I'm not mistaken.
Unless you DI entirely up, so the dodge in was probably a good idea there. Ooh, the up dive kick.
The up dive kick.
Not something you see super often.
Troop going with absolute crackhead options.
It's honestly not that bad of a move. It's the issue with up dive kick is that it's really slow, but if you're reading a block, you may as well because he can't really do all that much else.
Yeah, it's also +3 on block, if I'm not mistaken,
Yeah,
which is
well,
fucking goated.
+5 necessarily because it's only it's only active versus aerial opponents and air
Oh,
plus
right.
2 on block. So
Yeah, right. Oh, that goes hard actually. That
it's a
would've been
little less
crazy if
good than you think it is. It's a little less good than you think it is because it doesn't cancel, and that means that you just keep going into the stratosphere unless they're robot and they fly up for some reason, or they use hover as wizard. But you know,
Yeah,
pretty okay option.
I haven't really seen people play around with that. I'm very interested in why Troop keeps waiting here. I would have backdashed at least last turn because he has the meter advantage. He wants to get those boosts out. And
Yeah.
Turbo kind of having less meter, he just wants to like sit at a comfortable distance where Troop can't really get those boosts, but he can Loic or something like that, just keep chipping him with the bomb.
In fact, that was actually a situation where he could have semi-safely threatened a boost with dash 100. The 2-frame kill from parrying the projectiles would have left him fairly safe.
Interesting. And Turbo going for the chip damage.
It's possible that you could maybe
Going for very weird options. He didn't instantly. Is this some kind of a knowledge check? What am I missing something here? Because I'm not exactly sure what he's going for. He obviously used a bounce check for the momentum, or yeah, there's nothing else he could have used it for. And he also didn't set his Loic to instant, so this might be some form of setup. He could be laying the tech on Troop right now.
It doesn't appear to be that
Yeah,
the
and
case.
he dodged. Right. Maybe I overestimate him a little. No, I think he might be forced to block this anyway.
Looks like, yeah, forced to air block.
Whoa, it worked out
Or,
perfectly. That's
trying
exactly
to
what he
block.
wants. He wants to make him to block. And he gets to land finally. Loic is
And- That chip
yeah,
damage isn't looking too good.
this is the perfect scenario for this is the perfect value he wants to get with Loic. He's trading 2 meter for 1 meter, and he's getting the chip on the opponent. He's basically trading 1 meter for a bunch of chip, which is exactly what he wants when he has the life lead.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
Shuriken's pretty good there.
Activated the bomb instantly. That is gonna backfire on him, I feel like.
Appears to be not quite, yeah.
Yeah, first.
Now, oh, but the fly, there's nothing that you can do.
Oh.
And you can still safely threaten Crash, I guess. Yeah.
How? This is very weird. The hitbox of the explosion lingers just enough so that Troop cannot be holding.
Oof.
Oh, but wait. Why would he wait
Maybe
there?
a burst here?
That's very interesting. That's an interesting decision, to say the least. I would completely be
Yeah.
expecting something, even if you both block. I mean, that's fine.
Almost feeling like older ninja gameplay. Well, it makes sense because Troop is an older ninja, but prior to the block update, you know? Turbo going for the burst.
Turbo just fucking balling like the baller he is.
This is actually also
Going-
a burst safe moment.
Going for the raid
Ooh,
into some chunky damage,
it's pretty
keeping
Pretty
him in the
bad.
fire.
Oh, and the DI in. Oh, that's
You
not good.
hate to see it. You hate to see it.
Honestly, raw try catch here
You think raw
as a
Tricatch
DI read.
goes hard.
As a DI read, you know? See?
And you were right. You were right.
I'm
Holy
never
shit.
wrong.
Maybe, I guess I'm just out of touch with robot routes.
I'm not anymore in touch, I'm spitballing, but cashing out for the Oki, yeah.
Oh, and
Actually, you can even continue the combo, Jesus.
He got. Oh, he gets wrong on the DI read, but he's just going to go for Oki. He won't continue the combo.
No
I guess-
need.
no,
I mean,
not- Yeah, the burn will probably do more damage. Troop probably too scared to do much here. Yeah,
you've got
he's-
drop kick, but other than that, free cancel armor command grab beats basically everything else. Or goes even to it at least. Ooh, that's it. That's
he's
it.
just-
He has to burst
He
or
just
do
does that.
something.
I think it's GG. Oh,
Yeah.
never mind. I was gonna say that Turbo can Loic and Loic is completely burst safe, but
Or
that
just
also fucking works.
damn.
Or he can just win the game. That was very quick. He just
Damn.
he just turboed all over that guy. That's crazy.
Absolutely. That combo conversion was really nasty, honestly, and the lack of boost really didn't help. There was a moment where Turbo was -10, and if maybe with like a 20 speed boost, you could punish that, but
Yeah, I feel like Turbo kind of just suffocated Troop out. But also Troop on the other hand, he never really tried to get distance on Turbo. He never tried to get the space in order to set up the boosts, which is
Yeah.
what really makes Robot scary.
just all of the setup there was nullified entirely by either parries or just moving around it.
He went for a couple of high risk options like the uppercut at the beginning, which really sucked, and he got burst safe comboed, which is, in my opinion, if you against Robot, if you have burst, you should just DI in, because Robot gets dummy safe burst safe combos if you DI out.
Yeah, I mean,
My goodness, I cannot believe it. The one match that I take a time off. Is
It's
the match
already
takes
over.
5 seconds.
It's already over. It's Jover. It's actually Jover. I can't believe this. Ninja got blown up by Robot? Damn.
Props to Turbo. Many people were saying that this matchup fucking sucks for Ninja, but there it is.
Listen, I'm one of the rare Ninja mains who actually doesn't think the Robot matchup is super unbalanced this patch, mostly just due to RPS, but losing like anything on either side, you're just gonna go to hell immediately.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Robot is absolutely a tough nut to crack because you never feel like you're exactly winning against him because one interaction can swing the game so much. He gets the O key, he wins the if he wins the one-sided coin, then you feel like it's just over.
Partially because it is.
Yeah, and the damage reduction on top of that really rubs it in that when it's not so there's also like the mental factor. Like I'm hitting like a nasty combo and I see oh this only did 3k. Man, this robot character. What am I gonna do?
Man, this Robot
Yeah, no,
character really has me squeezing.
Miller will change the graphic once Turbo's in. That's why we need the perms to drag him in.
But it's not like Trip got many hits in, so that didn't really come into play.
And
Hello,
hello,
Turbo
it
Rata.
is the one, the only, the Turbo Rata. Turbo, how do you
It
feel
is
right now?
live. You might remember
Turbo.
me
I
from
do.
the Atlantic tournament.
Turbo Gosling bro, how are you doing?
I am Turbo Gosling. I was literally listening to Creep that entire game. I
Really?
felt like one.
And that was how you
I
wanted
do
to
have to
be.
say, Turbo.
Did
I'm
you
a
did you
real
explode him with
weirdo.
your mind?
Yeah, I'm simply built different. Like Ryan Gosling.
Are we feeling the sweep? I'm gassing you up. You have no
I'm
options.
not gonna say
need.
anything because when I say stuff, I tend to get it wrong. But
Okay,
you know, if you believe in the sweep, maybe I believe in the sweep. I don't know.
I believe in the Gosling sweep.
Goodness.
I
So,
already avenged.
Yeah.
I avenged it. My only loss was against Will, and I avenged it. So we are sweeping.
Okay. You
So-
better
I
keep this up,
do-
you beautiful bastard.
I mean, Turbo, obviously you're heading into a game that is Robo v Robo. What do you think gives you the edge in that game?
I'm not playing Robot. I'm
You're not
playing
playing
Wizard.
Robot?
Fuck that shit. I'm playing that.
Don't spoil! Don't spoil!
Fuck that.
Hey, this is
see,
par for
think-
the course.
okay,
Average
do you-
cowboy
do-
main behavior.
Fuck that mirror.
Wait. Do you
Mirror
think
can go
Wizard?
fuck it.
Do you actually think Wizard wins that matchup though?
I don't
Or you
think so, but I don't think so, but I can beat Giga.
I love the
I can
confidence.
Hey, that's Turbo for you.
Okay, but what if he drives? What if he out Goslings
I
you?
am scared of driving. I am scared of driving. But we'll find out. I'm not gonna win.
Maybe you can pick up a horse from Cowboy or something.
Pick up a cow from Horseman.
Hey, the
Huh?
pleb
Yes,
match
true.
was a cowboy mirror, but the pleb completely threw that. But it was a cowboy mirror. I
Yeah,
don't
and
know why
people were
they picked
saying pleb
cowboy.
sweep.
I don't know why pleb wanted to play cowboy because I'm historically a cowboy player, so they absolutely got swept. But you know it happened.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah, the
historically a
Cowboy
Sigma
mirror.
male.
Do you
Lost
guys have any
character
questions
RPS.
about the game you just played? Do you guys have any questions about the game that you was just played?
I actually, I do. Do you know that was a war crime? I'm a little. Actually, Octo mentioned something earlier. At Lethal, you had a burst save conversion into LOIC, and that killed. But
Man,
When?
okay.
Lethal,
that-
when you kicked.
Last kick you kicked wasn't a like more burst save, or was kick also
No,
burst
because
save?
kick killed, and if kick whiff, they had eight frames. They could
Ah, I
grab,
see.
and it would be funny.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that was just a clean game. What do you think about Troop waiting when you are above him? how do you take that?
He wants to style on people, and I think he has played a lot of passive robots, and he wanted to be flashy. I get it. Sadly, I ball.
Yeah.
And ball is life, and fuck it with ball.
I
All
did
in line.
know that the blocked uppercut was that just safe blocking.
Yeah, because the bomb had a lot of weird interactions, so I just I parried the dropkick instead in case he got funny because it's true, and then he just uppercut it.
That's rough.
How
Yeah,
grief was him
it's
holding
not
his first.
even if like he couldn't really guard break me, and I think I was pretty safe from. I don't see Troop ever going like bomb there. He could have gone bomb, I think. But I don't think he ever goes for that.
I don't think anyone
I
goes
do
for
have
that
to
ever.
say, yeah, I would. I would, but
Yeah,
I'm not
right.
really the. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm built like that. Yeah, right.
No, seriously, I went for sticky
He
bomb
might
round
just be built
start.
like that. Be serious, he might be built like that. We will see those plays on Qualifier 4, probably.
3 and 4.
3 and 4.
Yeah.
Let's hope.
Yeah.
I
Right.
believe in trigger sweep on Qualifier 3.
God, I hope.
Personally.
I'm
The
a
sticky bomb
non-believer.
there was
It
honestly.
will take some convincing to get me on the trigger sweep train.
Yeah. I mean, again, this is
Just
just like
gotta-
this is
yeah.
like Pokemon power scaling. We've gone from OU to UU to PU to RU, etc., etc. Right? You know, just like for each tournament, we go down a level of the I think the legendary nature of the players who are in.
Yeah. Once we get to qualifier 4, uppercut round start.
But I
No
think
free cancel. You've
those
got to
games
trust
are
me.
The most exciting is my thing. I think those games are absolutely the most exciting ones that you can get.
100%.
They're less safe. They're more
100%.
interesting. I'm optimistic for them.
Yeah, people go crazy in those
Absolutely.
games. In the first
Hey, maybe.
in the first qualifier, snoozer matches, missile form upwards, dart spam. We've all seen it.
Listen, you
Boring.
need to understand. I
Qualifier
was
4
playing.
will be fucking
I am gonna be
nuts.
perfectly honest. I was playing Wizard, but then I fought well, and then I was like,
Absolutely.
I'm never playing a Wizard mirror against someone this passive in the rest of my life. Never again. And so I just picked one.
Sounds like you just don't know how to play the mirror, sir.
Absolutely.
Sir, that shit.
I
is
feel
not
like
working.
choosing
Sir, that's a
I feel
skill
like
issue.
choosing life. Yeah, that's
Sir, that's a skill issue. This is why you're qualifying on qualifier 2 and not qualifier 1. I'm sorry.
ooh shade.
I need a Ryan Gosling image on stream.
Turbo's
Ryan
a
Gosling.
DC. Turbo's a DC qualifier one was the thing. So this is the revenge tour.
Oh yeah, you
Can
also
we
DC. How does that make you?
can
What
we
if you
put the
DC'd right
Ryan
now?
Gosling image on screen?
No, we cannot.
We need. Chad,
No.
we need a Ryan Gosling image on stream.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking
Literally
about. I don't even know what Ryan
98
Gosling image is.
Turbo, do
It's
you
a guy
have-
that drives.
Thank
Google
you.
It's a guy
Ryan
that drives.
Gosling and just put him on screen.
What?
Yeah, get this graphic out of here. Get it out of here.
Get this piece of shit
Turbo,
rat
go
out of
play
here.
your
We
game.
we
Go play
want
your
Ryan
game.
Gosling.
Go play the next
We
game.
want
Turbo.
Ryan Gosling. Can we want it now? Oh yeah.
Best of luck,
Yeah.
Turbo. I would pay you $1 million to play the Ninja versus Robot, but I don't want to do that to you.
Turbo, if you
No,
don't
my
flip
monitor
this,
my monitor has died, and I'm playing on my mother's laptop. So currently, I kind of need money. That's what I'm gonna say. That's why I'm not picking Ninja vs. Robot.
Exactly.
fucking
The cash prize is true and real for this game. That's what we know.
Yeah.
That
This
is
shit
a
fucking
new
peaked.
and that's a new monitor. Is what we're hoping for.
winning on your mom's laptop might be a new high. Honestly.
Remember to check the description for Turbo Rada's GoFundMe. He's really struggling for rent right now.
Because we are putting Turbo down and it's
Right.
very expensive.
Yeah,
so-
but by his Metafy out of pity, not because he's a good player.
Real,
Yeah.
real.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, so I think we'll probably move on to the next game. Turbo, you're doing a match, right? We will be looking at you from the box out here. As for that, I am back from my break. I ate my sandwich, I took a shit, we're all good now. My body is ready. And so I guess we can either get Galaxy back in, or if any one of you wants to tap out, we can do that too.
No, I'm good, coach.
You're good?
I am also good. I'm in it to win it, and by win it I mean cast.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, 3 people usually a bit too much in the casting box. So what I'm gonna do is, and we're gonna do this easy style. Is we're gonna spin the wheel. We're gonna spin the wheel.
You can't do this to me.
Hey.
How about we ask the audience?
Can we ask the audience? Audience.
Audience
Audience. Are we getting rid of Octo or are we getting rid of Trigger?
No. Wait.
Hey, hold on. We need it.
Hold on.
yeah.
What
Set
if
up
you
a
took
vote right
another
now.
break?
Set up a vote right now.
We're waiting for you to type in chat. This is a type in chat moment as we go back to the desk.
This is a type in chat moment. Okay, hold on. Octo, Control C, Control V. Okay, hold on. I just gotta return some video tapes real quick.
Single Seven says, "Can we nuke Octo?"
No, hold on.
Now legit says trigger. Octo. Oh,
I don't know.
That's Octo's account, you bastard.
No,
That's silly.
I have no correlation. That's my twin brother.
Imho, Octo, your twin brother also called Octo. Your parents
Yes, it's Octodoggo and Octodoggo.
I don't know, dude. I think
Alright.
the audience has spoken. The way I see it, it's 2 versus
We
1.
could also kill Fool. Yeah, but I'm streaming the entire thing. I'm the only one with the graphics. It's
Yeah, we're not saying you should leave. You should just mute yourself. Keep quiet. Keep your mouth shut.
Go sleep. Actually, you know. You
If I
do
went to
know the
sleep with
Yomi
nobody
the
manning the
Yomi
screen, we would see this Olympus desk graphic in the next 2 hours.
How about we fucking stream the match, you fucking doofus?
I would love to if they start playing it already. Oh, they have? Fantastic. Okay. In which case, we're going to start streaming that now. Yippee! Hooray! Wahoo! Now, again, this may just fucking crash my game immediately. God
Right.
damn it.
Imagine having to yourself.
It just crashes the
Did it
game
crash?
immediately.
Okay, so currently Turbo back jumped, Giga jumped forward and is flying towards Turbo.
We're doing some radio play-by-play here. I'm sorry, everybody. For some reason, my fucking OBS despises Yummy Hustle, or Yummy Hustle despises this one.
Right.
Oh man, I mean, I could set up a radio filter for my mic if you really wanted that.
Oh, well, no. We're not that big of Mets fans.
Funny mic?
We're very normal.
Yeah. Crash is a
Okay.
pretty dominant option here, honestly.
Always is. But
Always has been. I mean, right now, obviously, you know, Turbo feeling
Grab.
both these characters are very comfortable in the air. Turbo flexing onto the wizard, you know, kind of defying their top 8 graphic, moving into a position where we all know Turbo can play nearly every single character in this game. I think that is a really big advantage they have over other players, is just their sheer flexibility, their sheer versatility. I obviously favour, you know, Turbo to win this match, because Giga, obviously a less experienced kind of story player than Turbo.
Yeah, kind of not really coming out of nowhere, but not as much history behind the name.
No. I think this match is going to be feast or famine is the thing. Will not last long. Either Giga gets a big grab onto Turbo, makes their life hell, or Turbo's long-range pressure is just going to wear down Giga into absolute shards.
I think Turbo might slowly just suffocate out Giga. That's also an option. 'Cause
Yeah,
after all, Turbo really likes that air game, and Robot can't really do anything about aerial wizards.
good call out on the gust.
Because Robot can't do anything about grab. Grab. So I expect we see a lot of grab clashes, aerial grab clashes.
Okay, and look at that. You know, again, the name of the game here for Giga is playing the wonderful, wonderful story playground game of this is mine and not yours, right? They want to control the space. They want to have this entire area just be their playground. And ultimately, Turbo's going to have to deal with that. Moving to, moving fro, fast falls, hovers, really just kind of getting in and around Giga, who's going to have to make some really big reads to actually get the damage that they need, to get the combos that they need.
How much does Turbo actually care about Giga controlling all this space? Turbo just needs that little bit of chip damage to run away with the game.
I didn't say they cared, just saying that this is the Giga's game plan, right? If Giga doesn't control space, they definitely lose, right? For Giga right now, it's, well, you need to kind of have this box around you to really exert your influence, or else, I mean, if you don't do that, it's just kind of hard read city.
Yeah,
There's the
Fastfall
first bit of
Icicle
chip damage.
continuing to be... Fastfall Icicle is really, really good there. Blocking was the safest option.
Well, I don't think Giga had any move that could hit Turbo.
Yeah, not the...
Turbo just finally taking that chip damage.
Looks like we solidly in the wizard hell zone, as I like to call it.
And as we are now, obviously as Turbo has that, really small health lead over Giga, we're going to see them run away for about half an hour. So, tune in.
Okay. Giga is driving now.
Giga's driving.
This is very scared.
Yeah, ready
This
to
is very
kind of
scary.
He
very scary.
has
Obviously,
learned.
of course, Vile Clutch might come out, absolutely just box off that space and kind of pushing Giga out into this range that Turbo feels very comfortable playing from. But I mean, just isn't enough. Right in the face of Magic Dart, that isn't where you want to be.
If you're pairing it. Oh, but he's not. No, is he? No, he's not. Oh,
Exactly. I
oh
know
no,
that,
he
Yummy.
is. Never mind, I'm stupid. Yeah, but he gets the parry. This is fucking peak. Oh no.
Ooh,
Disaster
that's
strike.
rough. Oh, that's...
Oh no.
Oh no.
It's a little less bad than it could be. The conversion looks to be a little bit awkward.
He didn't see the parry. That was a very hard parry to see. He
No,
needed.
no.
Ah, yikes. Well, this will either be a hefty chunk of damage or he could try the whiff cancel. After all.
Yeah, if I'm Turbo hit, I
Whiff
mean,
cancel is not much
anything you
option.
can do to get out of this damage is fantastic. The first hit of Robot is always going to be just a brutal affair, right? And so
Well,
getting out of here as soon as possible. I mean, you don't want this to snowball.
It's actually really hard to
Realistically-
convert off this from what I can see.
yeah, Giga is gonna struggle to convert from this.
Of
Like,
course, but you don't want to give them. You don't want to give an inch because I mean, Robo takes a mile. Of course, the whiff
Yeah, there
cancel
we
does
go.
come through.
Blocking again. Can't really do anything to the block right now.
this is very interesting. Icicle
And
is kind of
obviously-
just a nuts option. It beats everything, but it might be so predictable that Giga just blocks it. This is the real tough situation. The Dolphin gets faced. One option is so incredibly good that why wouldn't you just bury it?
Unfortunately, I'm not sure what frame it's actually being parried on. Or I'm not sure if you can parry it, or maybe I'm skill issuing, but
Oh, that's
Out of
very
a whiff
interesting.
cancel?
Yeah, I can't
that's
see.
kind of crazy.
Can't see the. I also can't find the frame. This is weird.
Might be whiff cancel shenanigans.
Yeah, this is weird. Maybe it's a. Oh, the clash. Okay. And Turbo is gonna be an interesting position. Obviously, overflow beats out the block, but there's also it's kind of a one-sided coin where just doing nothing doesn't necessarily. Giga would be absolutely fine with just doing nothing here, because Turbo can't really get anything from it.
Parrying low, I'm not sure.
And he goes for the
Oof,
overflow.
the overflow. No
that
conversion,
gives you-
but
That gives him the health lead.
I'm checkmeating.
Falling?
Fast fall block is 100% safe for the most part. You can get hit with another overflow, I guess.
Yeah, and he has that armor, so he's itching for a juicy read. Turbo in a very precarious position, not having that. Not having meter advantage.
Raw magic
not having
dart.
that health advantage. Getting that +1, which allows him to beat out spin cycle, which is kind of huge. Still doesn't beat grab, but +1 is really great. Wild guess, they're both gonna throw and they're gonna clash.
This is where
Because
this is where
the
you
grab
lose.
invincibility from command grab doesn't appear until like
It's
A
later.
little too late.
Yeah.
The raw Tom
Tom
slap.
slap.
Getting that chip damage in. He's gonna
Still +1.
claw quite a bit before getting the health lead, but it's something. Yeah, he's still +1.
Actually, not quite sure. Not quite sure what frame they parried for. Ooh, that's it. There's the opening.
Yeah, this is gonna be tough.
Here's where we get to see some of our contestants.
This is gonna be
Combo routing.
huge damage. Let's see his combo route. For a second, I got scared. They dropped. They have options. They seem a little bit weird to me, but
Alright, optical. Kick user looking
we'll-
pretty spicy here.
I think we're gonna see some. Yep. Just nothing out of the ordinary. Pretty classical robot combos.
Same as it ever was.
Into the hustle. Okay. Player.
Out of air options.
Oh, that's tough. The dart is coming. Oh no. But it misses.
I've returned. I was watching gum commercials.
Dude, that's
is that
sick.
normal?
Yep. Anyway, Yomi Hustle.
That's so cool. Anyways.
Could
Guns.
cash out for some damage here. Got another kick user on the way, potentially. Ooh.
Yeah, Optic Beam is just so safe. Why wouldn't he?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you just hate to be in this scenario. Obviously, you're getting comboed.
Ooh,
Not your
the
biggest fan.
thunderclap is
right?
coming.
Oh, the Loic. He could either spend the instant cancel to continue the combo, but it's already 6 hits in.
Exactly, man. At
Could
some
even
point,
burst
you
cancel,
just got to
maybe?
say, I mean, I just want, okay, I want to get in. I want to have that wonderful snowball, right? Ultimately, Giga could win off of this game alone, right? Off of this single combo, you can get them into this hard knockdown scenario that is just a brutal thing.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen.
It could.
Can get a thunderclap meaty. Kind of.
Not really. 4, that's enough frames. You gotta keep in mind grab is 3 frames. That's enough to grab. Oh, but Thunderclap is aerial. Right, I forgot.
It's also just a little out of range, I think. But it would have had to been the turn right before this. This time it seems the momentum just isn't there. Definitely backdash out of that.
Maybe kick user Roki? Oh, goes for
Possible.
the drive.
Ooh.
Drive very strong. That clutch, a very dominant option that doesn't really get. That only gets actually beaten by jump, but jumping against car is incredibly scary because flip.
Boost also very strong here.
Yeah, you have boost, flip.
Ooh. How minus is this?
He's only -1. However, that doesn't matter when Crash is in play. There's 2 things you can. The way I see it, if you're wizard right now, you either read the Crash or you read the overflow.
Reading the crash seems to be the more safe option, since at least with the overflow you don't take much other than
Oh, there's
damage
also
and
the
Roki,
fly
but-
upwards boot, which is incredibly safe. Youch.
Oh, that's...
Yeah,
ooh.
and that's what he goes for. I jinxed it.
I mean, this is just the blender right now. You give Robo an inch, they take a mile. It is.
Yeah, this
looking
is
a
the roll
bit
on
difficult.
blender.
It's a bit difficult
Aloy.
for Turbo.
Oh, the Loic is not going to be instant, which might give Turbo a chance to
Is
to burst out. There we go.
unsafe. Yep, burst unsafe.
And
Not
that's
quite
kind
out
of
of the woods yet.
that's a weird option. Turbo now has a sort of an inch. They're even in meter, but 3 meter is such a giant. Actually, it used to be orb used to be the goal, but right now I feel like telekinesis might be very decent. People have gotten used to. People are able to stall out orb these days. So, and telekinesis is just a nuts RPS option. Turbo going for the orb play. Let's see how that works out for him.
Directly into that laser beam.
Yeah, forced to block the laser.
It actually stops the orb a little bit, which doesn't do a ton, but it does mean that the options for repositioning it this turn are a little less severe.
Giga whiffing the chainsaw out of free cancels, so he'll have to spend more burst, but robot's not really that burst hungry. Not I meant meter hungry. But
Yeah, that orb's on the field, gotta be careful of that.
let's see how Giga maneuvers around the warp.
Yeah, I mean, straight in the fire right now. If there's anything Robo does well, it's just really dominating the stage, kind of just through mass and presence. Wizard obviously also has that tool with the orb, and that's going to, I think, be a massive tool when it comes to catching up with Giga. But honestly, it's such a great life lead now. You're going to need to see some fantastic things from Turbo to close this gap.
Yeah, and Giga also has the life lead, and quite a huge one at that, given Robot's guts. Turbo is in a weird position. He doesn't have burst. Giga has the burst lead, which means that Turbo should be playing safe, but he also. But the robot will also just force him in a shitty situation where he'll have to guess on a one-sided coin, and so he has to get that orb out and get that space. He has to kind of just say he just has to ball, which he's been known to do.
He
But
has been known to do this.
who knows? Maybe the coin doesn't flip in his favor, and he dies. He straight up dies if he loses an interaction here. I'm pretty sure.
Might just be the ninja brain here, but I'm thinking no free cancel conjure weapon is legitimately kind of good.
That's whack. Yeah, that's a little whack because jump forward is an option.
Yeah.
Oh, +3 with the Thunder hitbox. I don't think Giga can escape this. Most likely. Oh, he can. It's kind of a 50-50. He can fly backwards to escape it, but Turbo could also just not lock his orb. Very precarious situation. Either way, Giga is gonna take some. Giga is forced to block here. I don't think there's.
He could.
It's not a risk. It's not a risk worth taking where the opponent will use the option.
Fly block really is.
Whether the opponent will do a free action, and on top of that, Turbo can very much counter any offensive play he tries. So we'll
Fly
most
block
likely
is
see a block right
really
here.
coming in clutch here.
Important to mention, Turbo currently has the time advantage, so he can take his sweet time on such whatchamacallit, on such spots. Opting out for the fly backwards. Giga's sadness is at 30, which might not seem like much, but sadness it can be hard to get rid of if your opponent is playing passively. Turbo can Turbo can really abuse that 30 sadness that Giga currently has and maybe force him into the depression state, which would be a really
Exactly, yeah.
big swing.
And honestly, just with the kind of time banks chipping down a lot, I mean, the pressure scenarios they can get into at this point, the indecision you can force between these players, it's going to be big, right? Once they get into their proper advantage states with that really small time bank, ooh, that's an amazing whoosh off by Giga, literally right between the holes. Good gravy.
Turbo going for a crazy read.
Giga recognizes a tiny spot to go
Going for
through
the
and
damage.
just zips on through. It's fantastic.
Doesn't really get much here though, it would appear, because jumping backwards is completely safe. And Turbo is still putting that orb between him and Giga, which is exactly where you want that orb.
Yeah, still, I mean, this is what I said before about space control, right? The orb is having an absolute walling effect on Giga. The chance of them actually getting in, being that massive force, is so much less, right? You're kind of just hoping that, you know, Turbo either dispels the orb or orb TPs or runs out of meter, right? Once they run out of meter, it'll be the Giga show. They'll have a lot of power when it comes to their supers, right? But until then, I mean, they're just being boxed out, hard done by.
Yeah, and Turbo is... Giga's sadness is still climbing up steadily. And Turbo is just gonna keep putting on that pressure with orb, making them consider every time they move.
Yeah. I mean, again, these are already players who have won a cash prize, right? These guys have, at this point, nothing to play for except for that big title in first place, right? Obviously, a bit more cash in your pocket if you hit first place, but good.
Ooh,
Oh,
that might be
it.
It's a beautiful parry, and now there's
That might
no
just be
burst, no hope for Turbo, and you are just looking down the eye of a villain in Giga. They have the
kill
power
process,
to turn
kill
this game
process.
around. A kill process right now. Would that kill?
No, it
No,
doesn't
but it
kill.
would put below the 1k threshold.
But it would be beautiful. Yes, they absolutely land it. Big dick
Hey.
maneuver, and now it's just a case of what is to be done. We think there is nothing. A huge slam.
Oh, it's actually kind of over.
It's a little bit
Into the
over.
try
Try-catch hits.
Try-catch hits. Turbo did not DI that correctly.
Try catch him in this one, yeah.
Might
get that
be
in.
almost
and then If
over.
you can get the try catch, that is the game is finished. You can combo off of that, and I mean, oh,
Even on DI upwards.
Even kick user, yeah.
I mean, at this point, there's just not
Is
much
it over?
that can be done. I think it might be. I think maybe.
Oh no,
I'm
he
not-
has health. He has health.
He has health. He has health, right? I think
No,
probably
no,
could have done a bit
it's-
more
it's
there.
just
I probably
more.
would have advocated for the try catch.
Oh, the
right?
combo doesn't stop here. The
Yeah, but
combo
then
doesn't stop here.
But then, of course, you know, you have the earthquake option. You can have grabs.
Earthquake,
I think obviously the burst might come
It's
out.
it's actually over.
It's a 50-50. It's a 50-50 on the
Yeah,
game.
50-50.
Yeah.
Out. He either just lets it rip or he gets burst buried.
Yeah. Yep. Lets it rip. Turbo goes down as Giga is making that Cinderella run throughout this tournament. Absolute amazing space control. Took
Actually-
the tempo and the momentum of this game and put them directly in the palm of their hand. Giga is a class player. When I talked about them earlier in the tournament, I meant it when I said they can make a big run, and they are proving it today. This is a player that is not as storied as some of the people they're beating, right? And not only could they be the player that absolutely takes this one qualifier home, we're looking at a player that can make easily the top 8, top 4 in Olympus proper. What an incredible game.
God, I mean, hey, we all love an underdog.
We all do, and Giga is just the definition of one. I will tag. I mean, we gotta tag Giga now, or have Giga just go straight to grand finals and immediately play that game. Because what a game that was.
Yeah, Giga just completely running through with the crazy robot momentum. You just it was on full display. He got basically one interaction his way
I mean,
and
just
ran away with it.
Running rampant over this game, and now it is Giga versus Mello as the final 2. What an incredible thing that is.
Nobody versus Mr. Protocol.
2 players that a lot of people just assumed would be finished at this point, right? Would be not applicable as people who are going to win this tournament. But I think in this scenario right now, they have proven everybody wrong. They can be so proud of what they have done today. What players they are. How brilliant is that?
Absolutely.
Good gravy. In the interest of time, we may just skip the interview, go straight into grand finals, because, I mean, God knows we have an incredible grand finals going on right now. I mean, the Cowboy v Robo, right? Cowboy is going to make the grand finals of a tournament in this current state. I mean, that is
What are you
absolutely
talking
nuts.
about? The characters are every character is fine. People should stop doom posting.
Absolutely. We're really, really close in power. I think Robot and Ninja are probably the most volatile, and Cowboy's a little bit without bullets. But hey, you've got shitty Quick Slash, and you know that's all that Ninja used to need. So
Absolutely. Well, hey, you know, I would love to see the players at this point go just directly to that grand finals game, right? There's a lot to be said, there's a lot to be done, but I think we can say it after the dust has settled and the curtains have closed. Obviously, Giga would need to beat Mello twice to win, right?
yeah, the bracket reset. It'll make it a lot more difficult, especially the mind games in the second one. Robot kind of needs those.
Yeah. Mello in the chat challenging Giga, saying come and take it, as we may see just some absolute baller plays in this game. One more match, one more showdown between two people to decide the winner of Olympus Qualifier 2. I think we may see some fantastic things today.
I'm excited.
Yeah, well,
I
we will
can't
see.
You're
wait.
saying we might see fantastic things, but we could also just see another game of Robot just running away with the lead
Exactly,
and fucking
maybe.
completely stomping the game.
I believe in
My
Melo's
game
run
crashes
back.
every single time. I don't even know what's happening at this point. I don't even know. The world is so difficult.
I'm gonna give Giga blocked on round start. Melo did upward slash.
Goodness.
Giga responds with spin cycle. Melo jumps backwards. So far, it's been an alright start. One player playing defensive, the other one balling. Both use the free cancel. Evenly set. And Giga, he's technically he has more sadness, but I don't think that will come into play. Cowboy and Robot just want to get in your face and play RPS.
A little bit of a nightmare situation for Robot here.
Mad with this game continually crashing. I know there's an OBS thing or a Yomi thing, but it's whenever I switch this thing, whenever I switch the game to actually watch the game play. Good gravy. It is an endless thing. Thankfully now it's working. As Giga immediately taking a step backwards after the block and Mello entering the air before crashing down to the ground. These guys know that this air control facet is going to be a massive indicator of who's going to win this game.
Cowboy's really great in the air, yeah. The flip horizontal slash draw cancel. Everyone's got it.
I was a little bit.
Yeah, characters in this game generally like to be in the air, maybe with the exception of Ninja. But
God, I wish I had air control. But yeah.
Well, Ninja is not necessarily bad in the air, but that's besides the point. Like he has that
necessarily like want to be there.
Dash.
Really great though. Yeah.
I mean that that can kind of expand to all the characters. If both of you are in the air, it's kind of like up to the draw. But if you're above your opponent, you're feeling pretty good.
Safe block there versus a rifted quick draw.
Giga just gonna have to eat the chip damage. There's no point in risking anything. A crazy option would be reading the shoot on the ground with a vacuum, just completely calling it out and getting a smidge of chip damage. But that would be too greedy.
Just a little bit.
And obviously Mello not really choosing to ape out as much as they typically do, right? Playing this very careful, using that space, abusing the distance, and just saying, I'm just not going to be that guy this time. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Honestly expecting a gun throw here. Fly block coming in clutch.
absolutely. And now High Noon again, as it is just a vertical advantage for Mello, having the high ground, puts the gun away immediately, and now they're just rocketing towards each other like two comets.
I hope you're ready to see a lot of that robot block pose.
It's a good
Oh, we're
one.
definitely
Raise his
gonna
hand
see.
up, just like a high five.
The essence of
And this is
nuh-uh.
a sort of a not really RPS, kind of maybe. Yeah, I doubt that we'll see if either player wins something off of this. That's just due to a crazy read, but I don't see really anything coming up off of this interaction, really.
Yeah, me neither.
They're taking their time with it because it's not exactly the simplest interaction. You could inch out your opponent. Not spending time on this interaction would give your opponent the inch, but also nothing big will come out of it.
It is important to note that Melo's out of free cancels, meaning that with Robot's insane air mobility,
Oh,
a couple of the moves.
yeah, Melo has been very liberal with his free cancels. He might be forced to start using that meter, and that might be Giga could just war of attrition him,
Double blocks.
because if your opponent doesn't have meter as robot, you're just gonna keep spamming that Loic and normal blocking Loic. That's a lot of chip.
You're not gonna believe what I'm gonna do with this 2-meter. Alright. Back to near full screen.
Yep, that's how it goes. Using that bomb. Landing. Robot having that chunky landing animation.
Important to note that with the wrong land speed, it's actually possible that, yeah. Hustle there to prevent the dash in read.
He drives. That bomb's still out there.
Ryan
I'm not very
Gosling.
I'm not very familiar with how much Robot likes how good bomb is when you're in car form, but I guess we'll see. Oh, flip gets hit cancelled by the bomb. That's interesting. And there's not really much Melo can do about it. Quite literally nothing he can do about it.
Yep, that's
He
a
could-
4-frame kill.
Yep, he could horizontal slash and get that chip damage, but blocking horizontal slash would put Melo, the cowboy, in -1, which is
Yeah,
a
again,
pretty
both
shitty
these players
situation.
playing this
fact-
just so fantastically safe. Neither really wants to be that person with that big first commitment, right? Oh!
Oh,
Ooh.
And just as I say that,
Okay.
commentator's curse, the flip comes in, and now it is just a scenario where it is immediate reaction.
Did not
Yeah.
see the 44 height flip. That did go safe to horizontal slash, but
As I said, horizontal slash, but he used the free cancel on it, which surprises me because I don't. Maybe I guess if he was just reading forward movement, that would have worked out fine. However, in this particular scenario, Giga just no, Impale doesn't even hit here. He just blocks and flies out. Nothing he can get hit by.
yeah, it's nothing.
Yep.
I mean, the best case scenario here, probably foresight and try and get that setup up, but that's not even safe. And failing the foresight read.
Yeah,
Robot
not
and
sure Giga
RPS. Yeah.
I don't think Giga would risk Melo holding. People never hold in this situation because it's stupidly risky because blocking is such a safe option. Then
Actually, holding here isn't as impossible as you might think because of the hit cancel on the bomb.
Oh,
So it's only a
you're
tiny
very
bit.
right.
Ooh,
You're
this
actually
is
right.
a
It only gave 2 frames due to the hit
weird
cancel.
situation.
But still, he lost nothing by blocking there. Oh no,
Yep.
this fucking sucks.
Actually, a pretty dominant situation to
Oh,
be in for
but I don't know for
Mello.
who. And I don't know if you check fly upwards, you can see that Crash hits frame 4.
Check horizontal slash.
Yeah, Crash beats that.
Oh, I didn't have fly checked. That's my bad.
Goes for the
Ooh.
overflow.
And
A
it just works
crazy
out.
read.
That grab really making things happen in Giga's camp. Good gravy.
Yeah. Oh, this kind of swing the let's see
Not
the
quite getting
yeah, not
Okizem off
really
it.
not really any Oki right here for Giga. However, Robot
You
is just
could.
happy flying towards you. He just wants to get in your face. He has that armor. Oh, what am I gonna do? Guess wrong? Okay, whatever. He can go for nuts options. This is really what makes armor scary. It's not the fact that it's not. It is the thought that your opponent is not scared to go for something nuts because they know they have the safety of the armor. It's not really that much armor in itself. Is that your opponent gets a boost of confidence and they become very unpredictable.
More blocks. Fly backwards block actually entirely safe there from everything.
Yep.
Seeing a rare moment where lightning slice is kind of okay. Beaten out obviously by jumping.
I have a question. I'm not very familiar with Cowboys' game plan. I don't think he gets much with until 3 meter in this matchup because teleporting into Robot's face is the last thing. It gets to the place where you last want to be. Even in the case of Loic versus TP, you still at most you get a grab, which is not great reward for a great risk. So if I was Melo, I would just be waiting for that 3 meter. That's where Cowboy really gets scary, where he 4 meter I should say, where you can TP with the 1000 cuts. But that's far away from here. Both players having burst is a little bit interesting because they can go for reads. One thing I'll say, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like people are not really using their burst meter very effectively, in my opinion.
They're not
They
effectively,
let it.
no, but it's... I mean, in my mind, the modern philosophy is either using it to kind of read your opponent's burst as well, mid-combo, right? Gold bursting, obviously getting the pressure off, or I think a lot of people really like to burst early nowadays, right? You very rarely see a burst partway through a combo. It's either in the first 3 hits or it's never.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
what,
maybe
what, I
if
was trying, what I was trying to say is that um, gold bursting gives you back your free cancels. So if you have the meter disadvantage, you just spam out your free cancels. You honestly, if they read your burst in neutral, they're just fucking nuts, and there's nothing you can do about it. But let's be real. No one is reading that. And that just gives you two more free cancels that can really help you to bridge the gap, and also it's a passive resource.
finding a
So if you're
spot right
just
here to get a little bit of pressure.
Absolutely. I mean, again, it is as even as things could be right now. Really, not much distance between these two players. Slight life lead for Giga, absolutely. But when it comes to the actual scenario of, I mean, who's going to
Yeah,
maintain a big lead, it's an
That-
unknown at this point.
that left read is not really that much. Cowboy
No,
could
no.
chip that away with a couple of bullets.
Exactly, yeah.
Easy peasy.
Not an incredible situation here for Mello though.
Resources are very interesting in this game because sometimes you could have all the resources over your opponent and then they just guess right. And you're like, well, that just happened. I guess I lose.
Safe backslash here. Doesn't work with a couple of things because of the disjoints, but
How is backslash safe exactly? He loses the block.
it's safe because he doesn't hit.
Oh, you mean he's safe from it?
Yeah,
Right.
still, Mello touching down the bunny fire does get that little bit of a jump away. And
Really?
ooh, goodness.
I'm not sure what he was reading exactly.
Me neither, but just a bare jump. And now it is just a question of what's going to happen. Free cancel
Why jump back?
burns to get in. Then a good
He
block.
goes for the ping!
Yeah.
Interesting. That's a very interesting choice.
I think -3 here for Mello. -2 maybe.
Yeah, not ping, not really a move you get to see often. Let's see if he continues the block string. Last time Melo jumped when put in a similar position. Let's see if Giga tries to read that jump or if Melo will mix it up. Giga no longer has armor, which I assume will get him to be more. The same exact interaction occurs.
Giga now on the backhand with or back foot rather, with no free cancels.
Yeah, but he has the meter advantage. He doesn't mind spending that meter for free cancels. In fact, he's happy
True.
to use his meter because outside of using it for Loic, you're not really gonna use it for kill process. Let's be real.
Yeah.
The funniest thing in this game you can do to someone is having level 9 kill process and parrying something they throw out because it's still an insta kill. But that's not really realistic in this setting.
No, no.
Yeah,
And again, the time bank just chipping away at this point, draining out for each player. This has been just so uncharacteristic for these players. Maybe more characteristic for Giga, right? But ultimately,
Yeah,
a safe game.
Yeah, I do have to say, I would say a really big advantage for Robot is that his game plan is very straightforward. So being low on time doesn't necessarily bother you. Even having that bullet timer, the 15 seconds, you're completely fine with that because all of your options are pretty simple. Like most of the time, yeah, you can easily pick in the RPS. However,
it's like
on Cowboy, having to use those bullets, having to angle them with your DI, having to checking all of your opponent's options, that's good. That's unrealistic to check everything on that small timer.
dipping into that meter bank for some free
Oh,
cancels.
yep. For some crazy reads.
Ooh, man, not an amazing situation to be in, actually.
Go still has his. Oh, goes for the.
Now it's just the chip slowly coming through. We're seeing about a fourth of Melo's health being drained to this chip, but really not enough to make an impactful difference this rate.
Let's see, vacuum here, maybe. No, double jumps.
Yeah, until both players run out of timer, I feel like this game will be a little bit of a slugfest. They both just want to chip away, try to get small advantages. push their opponents to the brink. Trying to read that that the gig was gonna fly upwards. However, you know.
As always, Loic, such a strong tool for just shutting people down, right? Locks you in place, pushes on the absolute chip on you, right? It is not an easy thing to deal with. In this scenario, especially where, you know,
Yep.
I think locking Mello down is such a big win condition for Giga, that's just be a big thing, right? That's gonna be massive.
Oh, important to note. He cannot dodge out of this. He is forced to block,
Yeah,
which
force block
means
here.
big chippage. And he doesn't have that meter to push block to reduce the chip.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, this is just a slow, cancerous death on Mello right now, right? Something needs to change. Some bricks need to break. Some walls need to fall
Really?
over, or this is going to be a tough game for Mello.
He's really getting attrition right here. He still has his bullets. He's out of free cancels, however, which is a big problem. Giga has both of his free cancels and has the meter advantage. Mello is gonna have to do something about it. And using that last bit of meter on a free cancel, he's completely out of meter. He's out of free cancels. Giga right
Not in a
here
great
just
state.
feels great. Mello is very prone to block here, which is great for Giga. He could also just play the old slow robot game where you just fish for hits with your fly. And you
Jump.
just try to get your opponent to attack. Mello having but whatever Mello attacks with, he'll have to commit with it.
Yeah, the health disadvantage means that Melo's gotta go for that setup and teleport in.
He has to go for reads. However, on the other hand,
Giga knows
just
how to drive.
having one wrong read, it will be very painful. Not only because Robo does a ton of damage, is because he might not even. Giga is kind of incentivized to play this very slowly, given Melo's condition.
Cowboys a little bit okay without free cancels, I will be real. Not
Of course, but
great,
you
obviously.
Oh, they're
can't
both
just be
in
okay.
each
Is the
other's
thing. You
faces.
can't be okay in this scenario when somebody needs to give. You just can't be okay. You have to be better, absolutely better, right?
Yeah.
And this is just a crazy scenario for Robot.
Ooh,
Not
kill
much
process
left
is
to do.
really threatening here.
It is very no matter what he does in the air, it's very threatening. But you also have to keep in mind the drive forward is
Yeah.
completely safe. There's nothing Melo can do about it. Oh, never mind. He can flip horizontal slash.
Flip lightning slice also works, yeah.
Yeah, if you're a baller like that.
Ooh,
He reads the
slick.
flip.
Absolutely beautiful.
Very slick. Let's see how he cashes out on this.
Expecting maybe a stinger.
Waiting for him to get on the ground. Going with the Vertilash.
Burning a meter on it.
Teleporting backwards, setting up that
T3C.
T3C. Giga could just burst this. Okay, he baited the burst. Giga can still just easily burst this. Ooh. Let's see. Mello has the burst cancel.
He was
He goes
determined to
for the
get that,
burst
but
read. He really went for that
nothing.
burst read. Giga's patience paying off, knowing that Mello is very itchy to read that burst. Just blocking, just
Does seem
blocking.
like we're about to be going to time here.
Yeah, Giga already on that clock. Most likely going to. Oh, he hustles. Very interesting.
And again, things that right now are
Little
just
ballsy.
ending pretty even, right? Again, now it's kind of the same situation. Fliplan's had slightly Mellow having that
just-
bare life lead.
Holds. God damn.
He just holds that hustle. No,
That is
zero fear.
a
Absolutely
big
baller.
dick maneuver.
Yeah,
That's
that's
insane.
mental game. Going real
Getting
crazy
a
here.
bunch of meter. 5 whole bars. 3 whole bars. However, putting that Loic out. Mello might not be able to get a bar before before it crashes down. He might just have to normal block it again, which is so much chip damage.
Yeah.
Yep, he can't dodge roll this. He doesn't have the push block. He has to block this. Tough, very tough. Nearly 1k in chip damage.
Good gravy.
Every
I mean,
time.
that is just brutal. Now, Fliplan's had again Mellow back out of the driver's seat in terms of life lead. No fun. No fun if you're the Cowboy player.
A very baller backslash.
See, I would say we might be getting some flippies, but that is not the case actually. Safe option with jump.
Very safe. Okay, putting on a little bit of pressure on the block, on Giga's block. However, Mello is standing in the fire. Giga doesn't care. He will block as long as he has. Ooh, getting grabbed, and Mello actually has the life lead now.
Alright, it's
It is
real cowboy block string
a
hours.
wonderful
Ooh,
gold
we're
burst.
not.
Absolutely necessary, I think. That is completely
Giga
necessary.
instantly bursting.
Gives them
Well,
space, puts it back in
yeah.
neutral.
it's a
That's
sticky
important.
situation, but you have to keep in mind. I mean, it's not necessarily bad for Robot. Robot did have that. Wait, did Giga have his armor? I missed that. Did Giga have armor right there?
Not sure.
Because if he got armor off of that, that's crazy value, actually.
Yeah.
If not, then honestly, Robot might have been chilling. The Robot doesn't really care about being stuck in a block string as much. At some point, you can just snap and just go for the. Yeah, you have to think it a little bit of it as from the perspective of the one who is applying the pressure, the block string. When you're doing a block string, you think to yourself, this guy can. What does he think I will do? What will he try to parry? And you have to progressively like choose slower and slower options. And Robot can just like say, "Fuck it, we
Ooh.
ball armor, go for something." Ooh, Giga gonna have to eat
Turning
some
that back
chip
around
damage. Giga getting forced to eat
in
some
the
chip
air though,
damage.
but
He could push block to reduce that. Nope, he just eats it raw. He has a bunch of meter. Let's see how
I mean,
he's definitely using it for Loic, but he'll still
Loic
have so
and
much left on.
also, I guess the threat of instantly losing to kill process is valuable, if nothing else.
To say the least.
Yeah,
If we get
maybe
to
you
see
don't
a
use it.
parry into level 9 KP, I will lose my mind.
I think Mello probably would too. Getting the horizontal slash to throw the bomb back.
He has been consistently throwing those bombs back.
He has
Giga this
been,
time, however,
indeed.
not activating the bomb so early as last time. So he didn't really backfire.
He is indeed throwing it back.
Surely.
We are going to get some really
Giga eating that chip
important
damage.
bullet timer. Ooh, just
And the rift. Using spin cycle, using a free cancel. That's really not much. Melo's still on the back foot when it comes to meter. Very much so. He keeps using his free cancels pretty fast, and he doesn't have the. He's very behind on meter, and that's largely due to him using so much of it on free cancels, which is kind of starting to.
starting to make a pretty big impact, yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, he doesn't push block that. That's so much chip.
And the +3. At least one turn of Robot playing completely, like, almost entirely safe.
Yeah, this is the robot blender. Oh,
Alright.
goes for the spot dodge. Yeah, this is a very bad spot for Melo.
Got a kick user.
Let's see how he follows it up. He reads
Oh,
the
it's over.
burst.
I think it might be
It's-
over.
Let's see.
That's probably
let's
it.
see.
Yeah, I mean, again, robo combos could be an absolute game changer right now. Right. Also with 9 meter,
Q
I
process
mean,
just wins. Q process just wins here.
yeah,
Doesn't see it.
doesn't
He
see it.
didn't see it on bullet. Q process won there.
Unless,
Fuck.
unless.
If he drops this combo, dude. I swear to God.
It's possible.
I swear to Jehovah.
What is...
This is a very weird route. I don't think he's getting that kill with such a route.
He might...
Oh, maybe.
Oh, it's
no,
actually
Q process
over.
just wins.
Kill
It's actually,
process.
it might be finished.
Q process wins here.
If it comes
It's
out,
actually
Yep.
over.
Shaboomf, the huge Giga dunk, upsetting the world, changing history, making a name for themselves within this bracket, and now it is a final showdown as the bracket resets and Melo plays Giga one last time.
Right.
This one's for all the marbles.
Oh,
Just a little
gentlemen, I
marbles.
have to leave you, however.
Well, goodbye, Octo.
Yep, it's been great casting. Good night.
Goodbye, Octo. Octo's died horribly,
Michelangelo.
sadly. As we
Unrelated to
back
anything that
our
we've
guest.
done.
Yeah, and then so just literally one more match to go. I would see Giga winning this next one too. Honestly, of that performance and how many good players they've beaten today, I think they can just bring it home completely.
Absolutely. I mean, honestly, for me, mental game-wise, I'd be ruined after that. That was a very winnable match for Mello,
Extremely.
and it's just a crying shame that didn't happen.
Absolutely.
The rough combo routing was working around burst.
Yeah, and now it's just a case of finishing up what they started, right?
Yeah,
As I must request lobby data to rejoin the lobby because our netcode is really good.
Oh man, yeah.
Goodness gracious.
What is happening?
Not really sure. We need these players to start the game again.
Seems
no.
like Melo's taking some actions in the protocol general chat. Just a couple. We've got some divorce lawyers in the chat right now.
Yeah, why is everyone's very boomed today, it feels?
Say that again?
Everyone's boomed today, it feels. Mentally booms.
I will be real, I can't tell what you're saying.
Mentally boomed. Boomed. You know? B-O-O-M-E-D. Mentally boomed.
I think I can understand. Yeah, I mean, a little bit, definitely. It's,
Does Mello know the bracket resets? Does Mello know?
let's see. Looks like he's building up his mental again in general chat, getting a little bit of coaching from Fine Ryo and all the others.
Fair enough, yeah. Well, they should get back in. Here, let's see. Okay, wait. Oh, I'm receiving text. Okay, so yeah, we'll see these guys back in the room in very, very soon.
Yep, yep.
As we wait for the two players to get in.
It is known that the true winner of any given Yomi tournament is the player who gets to go to sleep first.
Exactly, yes. Which is why we would love them to play.
Yeah, it would be really nice if we could work towards that optimal peak of gameplay here in the Olympus qualifiers too, and be able to go to sleep within like an hour or two.
Exactly. So yeah, says they're busy. I can't spectate for some reason. No, yes I can. I'm a silly man. Okay.
There we are.
Now, do we see it crash? Does the game crash? Let's find out. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. Fuck me.
Alright, alright.
Hiss.
I don't know if it's the netcode. We are still at round start. Melo's taken a little bit of time, considering the situation, it looks like.
Yeah, Melo switching onto the wizard though, attempting this counter pick right up against the Robo.
Yep. Not sure how well it'll work for him. We have seen that Giga can overcome the wizard matchup. Ooh, that's a really important conjure weapon though.
Yeah, again, huge beginning of the fight. Chip, again, it's completely blocked, but, you know, these two magic darts and the -5 there, that is going to extend this kind of pressure up to the actual atmosphere, right?
Yep.
As always, and the best thing we can hope for here is just kind of a quick game for both players, right? I think this could be a good masterclass, but it's going to come down to who gets that first hit, right? Both of these characters can snowball. Both these characters can control space quite well. Obviously, you've seen Giga beat some very, very good wizards today, and that will probably continue, right? But until then, I mean, this could go either way.
Honestly, thinking that Giga's really relying a lot on that threat of vacuum right now. Opponents are really spending a lot of time jumping rather than setting up or solidifying their game plans. It's really helping.
Absolutely, yeah. And again, just kind of floating around. But these people both want openings is the thing, but it just neither wants to come and take it. Neither wants to come and take it. It's such a succulent meal, but they just don't want to risk being knocked out in grand finals. Obviously, it means a lot to both players, but there's never any guarantees.
Yep. Bounce check here is the only thing that beats Conjure Weapon. And you can't parry while in the air, so Conjure Weapon here seems like a pretty natural choice. Could be wrong, obviously.
Oh, but it's an immediate bounce check, slams them into the corner, and this is the absolute worst place to be against the Robo. That's dreadful.
Getting
Not
that
only do they have the
really-
meter for Loic, they've put them in a position where this is just an awful, awful, awful read, awful situation. You have to make some big commitments to get out of this corner, but obviously that is not enjoyed by Melo right now. That could literally be it. That could be it.
Low blocking. It really could be. That low block was really important to keep out that pressure. Can't even get out of this incoming like concussive blast with grab. And grab obviously being a really risky choice versus a robot. This situation's not great to be in for Melo.
It's not going to be for anybody. You just don't want to be in that scenario, period. In the corner against the Robo, that is just a brutal thing. That's why Bounce Jack is such a good move. Gives you that advantage, gives you that situational positioning, and just really makes it easy for you to snowball, right? Against the
It did
Robot, you
get
have to
pretty
be flighty,
nerfed,
you have
but-
to move around, right? And in this situation, you're
Yeah.
so locked down.
Ooh,
it's
it's-
an immediate big slammer, and
Ooh.
you can probably combo this using Loic,
You can combo using step actually.
etc., yeah. Robo with the grounding
Step.
moves, right? A hard knockdown is not an issue for Robo, right? Obviously, Burst here could do great things, but it just isn't coming out right now, and this can theoretically be pretty safe if you are Giga, right?
Yeah. I mean, you've got the best hitbox of optical beam, it seems.
Absolutely.
I might be wrong, but
I mean, but worst case scenario,
Hitting
you can just
that
get
sweet
Loic off,
spot.
right? Loic will just do absolute crazy damage here. Set up such good things. I'm not saying this is a game over, right? But I am saying it is getting that far.
yeah. Giga jumping, maybe expecting a burst out of Mellow, not sure.
I remember when I was making, there we go, Big Burst comes out, right? When I was making the graphics today, I considered only making it for a choice few players, because I thought with the level of competition in this bracket, there's no reason for me to take the 10, 15 minutes or less, right? To extend it to every single player who's in the bracket, when I can only just do the ones who may win. I've learned my mistake. At the end of the day, I made all the graphics. I decided, well, you know, there's a volatile chance in all these brackets for a player to come out ahead, and right now, that is Giga.
Yeah, really not necessarily coming out of nowhere, but this is a really impressive
It is
showing.
an upset. It is an upset. It's such a Cinderella run.
Yeah. Man, Mello really needs to get that safe distance pressure, but Fly just kind of neuters everything.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, this is the if we see Robo win Protocol 2, so the second, the most recent Protocol, plus Olympus Qualifiers 1, plus Olympus Qualifiers 2, I think there may be something to address.
There might be a small issue, you know.
I don't know how
Not
many tournaments Robo needs to win until people start taking notice.
I think they have taken notice. It's just
they're taking it
we're in a little bit of a future freeze. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think Royce Bracket says
try
it best,
catch
you know,
just-
the mix-up is incredible, the damage is insane. Sometimes you gotta just eat your veggies and straight enough, and it is just a beautiful hit. What is that?
That's really
That's a
bad.
massive
Can
kill
bank on the
process.
kill process.
It's huge damage.
Now has
If there's one thing about Giga I love,
traditional
it's just
armor.
the addiction to the sweet juice that kill process gives you. There is no better feeling than landing an incredible kill process, and Giga is addicted to that feeling more than any other Robo player. Right now,
absolutely.
I mean, this is just a difficult situation. Up in the air, obviously, the car on the ground, so many options are covered, and even one more hit on you without this burst is just going to send you straight out of the bracket, right?
Oh, the meter gain too. I mean, you've got standard armor as well. That on its own is really,
Orb
really
comes
powerful.
out, that's fantastic.
Orb coming
that,
out.
that can box out the Robo, right? And honestly, if Melo can get good value off of this Orb, they could find a way back here, as Troop did a few matches ago, but it's never guaranteed. It's never guaranteed.
Getting that no free cancel icicle, just safe. 15 frames is pretty quick considering this sort of
Exactly, yeah.
situation.
Right now, if you're Mello, you're in the air, you're kind of stalling for time, right? In this scenario, from this position, the robot can't do much for you, right? They can't get in, they can't wrench anything away. But at the same time, it is absolutely integral that Mello finds a way in and closes this life lead.
Yeah, just needs that block pressure. Geyser there on a forward read might have been good.
Could have been fantastic, right?
Obviously,
But of course,
obviously
again,
risky,
playing safe, you don't want to really use things that you know would be fucked up, right? That you know would be risky, right? That's an aversion in this specific match that we've seen that I think has done Mello very badly. Mello, usually a very aggressive player, loves to go in, loves to take these hard reads, be aggressive, right? In this match, they've dialed it back a lot, and because of it, they've missed some good chances to do some fantastic damage.
Yep. In fact, right here, honestly, kind of a bad situation to be in. Boost is just, you can't beat it.
No, you just have to avoid it ultimately, right? It's pretty safe.
Yep.
You can't really beat it. The positioning's too good. It's so fast, right? You just want to stay out of that range. Stay out of it. Again, it's like certain. There are other good moves in the game that require an input to first use it, right? Obviously, you know, some of Ninja's chucks. You know, if we're looking at, you know, even
Chuck
some
heavy, chuck jump, all of that.
Yeah, even if we're looking at some moves from Cowboy's kit, right, with the gun, there are a lot of stance moves in this game, and that is just an indication of a fantastic move that requires a stance change to even enter. -1 for Robo here, obviously, you know, not optimal, but not terrible either, right? Mello will appreciate the -1 frame situation that Giga has going on, but, you know, you're going to need to make a count at this point. You need a big read.
Definitely feeling the block 5F here from Giga. Really shown awareness of Icicle in this matchup specifically.
Absolutely. Yeah. This is, if you're looking at the different play styles of Wizards, this is kind of, I think, the big difference that separates a lot of Wizards is how they're using their air options, their air momentum, right? Royce Brackett obviously loves that kind of air control. Royce will often, you know, fast fall into Icicle, be really aggressive with their melee maneuvers. I think if you're playing, you know, with somebody like Mello or Turbo, they're more concerned with the hard spacing. They don't love to fast fall into these really big hits. They prefer to keep their distance, kind of space it out, and really just control the area with their hover and their fast fall, right? There's less of an active concern. However, that being said, bigger chip damage from Mello coming out here, really wearing down Giga. You're going to need to find a break here. You need to find a way through. Something like the Thunderbolts could probably do that, or Conjure Weapon even. Maybe even a better choice, right? Because at least then you have armor. But, I mean, there is a
pushback's just
and it is showing cracks, but you need to break it down. Obviously, Giga making their grand escape, getting out of there. But still, it's going to be great telekinesis rock as that is lifted up and it is ready to be shot straight in the direction of the Robo.
It is, in fact, not an apple. That'll skew RPS pretty heavily, though. Armor, obviously, huge deal, especially in rock, paper, scissors. Launches I want to say like a frame 1 hitbox. It beats basically everything, but... Ooh, good geyser.
Big geyser, this one combo. Oh, unless Joba moment. I was for sure that a whiff cancel would not do anything here. I was for sure that they were cooked. That was my bad, not reading the frame advantages. I mean, in this scenario, what's the game, right? Obviously, you know, you have options here as the Jobot, right? You can, I mean, let's say Mello hold, that's going to be enough. I mean, obviously you can say go for a second geyser, but the drift here is just doing so much damage. With no block, the drift actually beats such a great number of things, and it's going to be a slide away at the end of the day.
I will say, Conjure Weapon did beat that, but...
I agree, yeah. Honestly, that's what I'm saying. You need the big dick maneuvers. You need to be brave. You need to be in there, right? Right now, we're seeing a lot of good spacing, and that is just giving Giga the space that they need to really, really control momentum and control the space.
Yeah, just really dominant options from both players here, but Gigas are just flat out better. I mean...
Yeah.
Even blocking there, I think, was a commitment, because, you know... combo and grab. Flip tome slot.
Absolutely. Looking for the Orb Dart, obviously, such an amazing tool. Trying to box out Giga. And there's so much suspense here, right? Obviously, we're talking about the space control. But we aren't really going to be sure what's happening until we see it happen, right? Until we see that actual hit land, we're not really sure how much this is going to matter into the actual game plan. And with Giga trying to close that distance, really get in Melo's face, I mean, from this like area alone, about obviously it's a bit slow, but you have options. That's the fact of the matter. You can, kind of, it's going to be obviously a couple of reads, and Giggle will try to play it safe. But in that kind of mid-range, close range, you have so many choices to make when it comes to dealing with different tools in Wizard's kit and etc. Right?
Ooh, robot going into car form as well. Yeah. Can block here, but could also forward and just hope. Well, actually, no, it's fairly safe. Blocking here probably the safest play. An icicle from Mellow would really mess up their day. Push blocking also an option. Lock here, pretty important to remember.
What's even a choice here?
Really does make everything safe. In fact, it's a little silly. Drive actually went underneath the orb swords there, if they were locked. But just a gust from Mellow and back to neutral.
I think right now, this may just be a weak criticism of what's happening, but Orb is such an amazing tool against Robo, and I think it isn't being used to its fullest extent to really block out the robot, right? Solid Orb movement here, really catching up with the Robo, could be an absolute game changer. Completely box Robo out, keep up pressure, right? But instead, it's just kind of floated around, building up pressure from the back, right?
Yeah, just not enough, and also out of meter. There's nothing left. Oh, it's over.
It's over. It's finished. That's it. No burst options, no hope. Eloy here will do it. And I think it will. It is finished. The Cinderella run is complete. The glass slipper found on Mellow's foot. The game over. The trophy claimed. As Giga makes the Cinderella run to beat all Cinderella runs.
Chat, we're gonna be waiting here for a bit. Mellow left.
Our game is stuck.
Our game is indeed stuck. That is unfortunate, but Giga wins. Robot once again taking it.
Yeah. Robo makes the game happen, and I think Mellow has left, so we will not see the final conclusion of this game.
Yep. Yeah, I can't blame him.
Yeah, can't blame him. That's it. I suppose this will be lost media. All of you seeing this game is what you're getting, right? As the game has finished. Giga, with that incredible Cinderella run, is your Olympus Qualifier 2 champion. Incredible. Incredible.
Absolutely.
There is nothing to be done. What a statement. What a statement. Well, what that statement is up to you. That could be a statement on Giga's ability. It could be a statement on the current state of robot, right? We don't know. All we know is that that is absolutely wonderful. That is finished. My God.
Yep.
Somebody's
I'd say I can't believe it, but I really can.
First chat from Raider. A Raider. Who are you raiding us from? Who are you raiding us from? Oh, guys, we literally just finished the tournament. We just finished the tournament. It just ended.
Unfortunate. You just missed a double sweep from
reset,
losers.
Yeah. A fantastic.
Yeah.
You guys just missed a fantastic Cinderella run from not a really accomplished player who ran through, beat all of the greats, and came out on top. You guys missed some crazy shit. You should have raided us an hour ago.
Hey, yeah, be faster next time.
There's a third stream we could raid. No. You should raid like, oh god, I mean just like a store, somebody's house, like a supermarket, a school. Just start taking shit.
That is optimal. That is optimal.
Police station, a library. Just steal. Honestly, we're very pro stealing here in the Protocol Twitch channel, right? If you go out and you just start taking shit, you know, that's just a beautiful thing that you can do.
That is the robot way. Going out and starting to take shit.
Yeah. Now we will do this very briefly. We will see if Giga wants an interview. If not, we will wrap things up. Wagga bagga bobo. We'll see what happens. Gang pulled out. Who you guys raiding from? Who you guys raiding from? Who are you from? Where are you from? Are you welcome to these
Mr.
parts?
Ostrich.
Who's Mr. Ostrich? I'm sorry. I assume you're a Yoma.
I hope so.
Yeah, well, I hope so.
I feel a little weird to
Yeah, if not,
Welcome
thank you
from
for
your,
coming to our beautiful tournament. I believe that going on the Mr. Ostrich, their Twitch channel, they do some absolutely beautiful League of Legends gameplay. Or unless I know, I'm actually completely wrong. I checked out a stream called Ostrich LOL. Mr. Ostrich is plays a lot of shooters. It seems like. Playing games like
Actual
Lethal
slander
Company
coming out.
and Left 4 Dead 2 and Call of Duty Black Ops, according to their Twitch page, which I'm now reading.
actual slander coming out from Foolish on this Olympus
Yeah, I'm a real
qualifier stream.
slanderous bastard. I slander people day, slander people night. I'm just an evil shit.
Hey, it's tradition for Yomers to be
Tradition
evil
for humans to
shits.
be evil shits. Anyway, all
Yeah.
let's see. Does they want the interview? I balled. Yeah. So apparently Giga has no mic, so we could not interview Giga. So I guess that is the end of it, right? Any last feelings on this fantastic tournament trigger?
I really hope that less people who are less strong get into the next tournament.
I agree. I will actually be playing in Qualifier 4. I told this to Ross already.
Same here. Same
yeah.
here. I
I'm
mean,
playing
good
Qualifier.
luck. Best of luck to you.
Oh mate, I'm
it looks
shit.
like
I'm
qualifiers.
getting my shit absolutely wrecked, right? But wouldn't it be funny if I made it? It wouldn't be funny if I made it to the actual Olympic qualifier. I'd be beaming ear to ear.
Same here.
Absolutely.
Who's gonna cast if you end up making it into top 8?
Nobody. You'd have to hire somebody, or hire me, and I'd quit the tournament. I'd quit the tournament.
You want to get that guaranteed
I would
money.
quit the
yeah.
tournament for a caster's salary. Is what I'd do.
Yeah.
Still, everybody, thank you very much for coming, watching this fantastic tourney. We're going to wrap things up here, as Giga has gone in to become an absolute champion of the game, joining the pantheon of Robo Greats. So thank you all very much for pulling up to the wonderful Protocol Twitch channel for Olympus Qualifier 2. You guys have an absolutely wonderful, beautiful day as we head forth into Qualifier 3. We'll see you around. Bye-bye, and we love you very much. Bye.
Get out there and do some yoming.
Bye. I'm raiding your mother's house.